Wee bit on the tired side, kiddies. We're gonna just try and get some work done today. Let's see how we're doing over here, huh? I have to move that thing. I'm betting it's out of range of what I want to get done today. Let me see. F3 says it is at 90. Crap. Ow. And the majority of this is done, right? If there's anything else that needs to get done here, like individual blocks need to be removed. I think. Yeah. So if individual blocks are the next thing to be done on that, I guess it's time I bring that beacon over yonder. Because this has got to go. How far out is it to here? It's gotta be. This is all gotta get flattened. That's a lot of that's gotta get flattened, but mainly. So let's see how far. Okay, I think the part that's actually important is like stones. So let's see. We are at 23. So wherever 73 is where we want to place this thing in the X direction, and then I want to check what the Y is and see if so we get maximum coverage. Dude, 73 is like right the frick here. Crap. I need a block. $73, and then we want to go 50 blocks from the furthest edge this way that is actually going to need to get dug significantly. Go a little bit extra because we can dig that a little further that way without too much of a problem. Let's see, like right here. 30. So 280. There. Beacon's gotta go there. I haven't said hi to any of you guys yet. I'm pretty freaking wiped today, so I'm trying to focus. We'll get stuff done. I'm so tempted to do this with TNT. Which one's got haste? That's speed. Which one's got haste? That one? That one's last. I guess it doesn't matter. Doesn't actually speed it up at all. I do not want to dig this out and have to go all the way down here for each. You know what? I'll just get all the blocks in one. Cause I think they're going to gather. The way the server has been working it is it seems to gather blocks pretty well, so I think we'll be fine. Okay, well. And down. Hey.
Hello, hello.
How you doing, man?
I sound more awake than you are, sir.
Appearances can be deceiving. I'm much less awake than that.
What are your plans? Just relax and chill, little diggy diggy?
Oh, yeah. I want to get more of the flattening done. I really wanted to make sure the river was taken care of as far as location. But
yeah,
now that we have a location, that's the important part. We can refine how it looks later on. Like, I don't care if we like flooded it now, and maybe after Goodland is done, maybe I'll go in and replace some of the blocks that are going to be under like flooded. Because then we can like have dirt at the bottom and like do all the cool stuff that they already did on the other side. Their tiny little spot.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at that. I'm like, I that's why I asked them not to do any more. And then I'm like, oh wait, they can't. Because of the wall.
Right.
But I'm like, over here is still very much under construction. We just wanted a wear.
Yeah.
Like, I made it really wide. We're probably going to want to shore that up. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to
you're
squeeze
fine. I got feather falling. I don't care.
Okay.
Feather falling, and I can heal, so it's fine. It's weird. I'm used to being able to jump stupid high.
Yeah, yeah. It's as much as that annoys me, because I really am just not used to it. Now that it's gone, I'm like, I should be able to jump up this, you know? Yeah. But it's like over here, I know I made this kind of wide, and I had a little bit of problem with the entrance because if I wanted to actually make it like, you know, most rivers when they go to the ocean will spread out at the end. That's where they start depositing their things. They slow down.
What I'm thinking we're gonna do is we're gonna take that and we're gonna like round it off on one side just a little bit, but then it's gonna be, well, we artificially added stuff to it to well up the sides. That's what I'm gonna say. It's just to even it off. And as far as the pier that goes between the two, I think. Well, this will be one of the locations that has a pillar on it, so we'll make sure that...
I had to come all the way back here to get across the river, and now you're at the end I was already at.
Yeah, well, you were talking about that end, so...
Yeah. But the reason it looks a little janky and it's not opening up is it was digging into the hill here, so it's like it can't do that. We might need to actually move it over a block 2 or 3 because we widened how wide we wanted it to be.
I also noticed that it
doesn't work like right here.
I also looked at it in the overhead map and it looks a little bit straight at some points, so we might have to adjust that. But I'm also like, it's good enough. Honestly, it's good.
No,
it's gonna look when we're done. When we're done, it's gonna look really good. I don't mean the river. I mean like the whole thing. The whole thing is going to end up looking really good, and it's just going to be nice that there's a river in the middle of it. That's all that really matters. So whether or not the river makes any logical sense since it's going from ocean to ocean, I don't care. If we really want to, we can always leave like a drizzle of water going down from somewhere. Whatever.
We can even have one of the things from Goodland could have water involved in it. You know, and it just needs to run somewhere. You know.
You mean like have a log flume?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go up.
So it's like, I don't know. We flattened out that other area that you showed me pretty well. I'm not sure exactly what else was on the flattening agenda.
So, well, this has to be flattened to match it, like all of it.
So
that's
we
why
want all
I'm
this
trying to
stuff
center
down?
it here, all the way around. So even on their side too. But the more important part, I mean, flattening is flattening. First of all, where the over here where the wall is, I don't want to over flatten this. Like, leave the hills and like taper them down. Over here.
Okay, so we're not flattening outside. We don't want a huge giant wall.
Right.
So just kind of okay.
Yeah, I just don't feel like doing it. It's just not worth it. It's gonna be big enough of an area where they just have like a tapered down area here that goes down to the actual level that we actually care about. It'll be like the hill that's stuck over here. And the other thing is that particular mountain I want to cut back on. I want to basically take. If you did you notice that I don't know if you saw, but the other mountain is already cut back a little.
Nah, I really didn't notice.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that one. I actually took the other mountain was actually about 20 blocks further that direction at some point. This one's gonna be a little more than that. I want to take this and like slowly taper it down from like right here. This could stay, and like start tapering it down from this point and like make it more of a 45 to like maybe even a 60-degree angle at points.
Okay.
Instead of a steady slope that way.
We should be like the mountain should end right by here.
Oh no, not the whole mountain end here. Well, I'd say the mountain's gonna probably end more like here, but this is gonna be like 67. Well, we're
gonna be down to there, right?
It's one of those things we're gonna have to like fluidly see how it looks on the way down. And try and make it look somewhat natural.
Get rid of the water before we do that.
Yeah, we could.
It's too hard to dig in the water and actually try to keep a shape because the water's going to hold this shape no matter what we dig out underneath it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I say. If we want to see what the shape is going to be like when it's down.
If only someone got like a whole bunch of sponges.
Oh, dude. Let me tell you a story. I traveled roughly 20,000-ish blocks last night over the course of 5 hours. Just wandering that far away into the oceans looking for sponges. I'm putting it
way over our head so it's not in the way at all. So that's what I'm doing. I'll give you a way over here. Because you got some of the blocks. Continue.
But yeah, so first one took me forever, but I did find a sponge room. Second one took me forever and found a sponge room in that one. And I was on my way back, happy with about a stack of sponges. And poof, there's another one. And it had 3 friggin' sponge rooms in it. But yeah, so 2.5 stacks of sponges. I was very happy with the results, but not the time that I spent on it. I was up way too late.
It has a habit of doing that to you.
Yeah, I almost didn't go to sleep, but it was either Blessed or Scubble. One of them yelled at me for not sleeping, so I went and took a nap for about 6 hours. And then I came back. Been gaming with Crikus and Cam.
Yeah, I think this is the one we need right here, so...
Like, once we get it right, the beacons will start turning on.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm down to 3, that's my last emerald. If you want to give me a couple more blocks.
Oh, please. There's a few to go around.
Full stack, thank you.
There's a few to go around,
what
man.
I asked for. Wait, no, it's not.
I still got a stack of 30. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I already put down 54.
Uh-huh. That's the beginning. Crap. Okay, there we go. That's the edge right there.
I'm not getting the lower level properly.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do first. I was trying to get the actual dimensions of the lower level before we went too much further.
Let me snag this block back, that one back.
I think it's here.
Why didn't those go in my inventory? Alright, I'll be back. Like, I'm pretty sure those aren't optional. We don't have extra emerald blocks.
Technically, the only thing I'm considering turning on is the haste, but we could turn on the rest. I just really want the haste. I think there's a block missing in the middle of this. We'll find it. Oh, it was on the bottom. I thought there was one missing on the bottom. Let me just double check.
I think I snagged it when I came up around the corner.
Yeah, you got it. We're good.
But yeah, okay, so while we're doing this, I have a question about the trader stuff again. Because I gave it a lot of pumpkins yesterday. And it eventually cut off the pumpkin trade. It wouldn't let me do it anymore. But, you know, day-night cycle, it came back sort of deal. But for the longest time, it required one less pumpkin, and it required one less emerald. So one less pumpkin to get the emeralds, and one less emerald to get the carrots. And that lasted for like 3 or 4 days of Minecraft time.
Yeah.
But when I went and took my nap and came back, the whole thing had reset again.
Yeah, they like reset over. It's like over a Minecraft week, it'll slowly reset. Like, there's another mechanic where if you become like a savior of a village, they will remember you being somebody who like saved the village, but it's only like a temporary buff, like over a Minecraft week or something like that, and eventually it'll just die out like the rest of the things. The only buff that is truly permanent is when you zombify them, which is basically what everybody does now.
Okay, so everybody zombies them and then cures them.
Yeah, I mean both the ingredients are now stupid cheap since gold is now super abundant in the Nether. I mean, you like walk around a corner and walk into like walls of gold. It's not even a joke anymore. It's just whatever. All right, let's get some iron in there.
My trip last night also got me some other things. Excuse me, I'm eating a little pho, which I've been eating for the last 4 hours now.
Let's do the jump.
I brought back like, here, let me see. I brought back 28 blocks of gold just from looting the stuff around as I was out wandering.
Yeah? How many blocks?
28.
Jeez.
Just the random little sunken areas, little broken nether portals. And then, of course, the what is it, 8 per forest? So 20 out of the randoms and 8 from each of the, or no, 24 from the ocean monuments, and then I guess just 3 from the randoms. Not as much as I thought randomly.
Still, that's a lot of freaking sponge.
Oh, 100. I have 150. 150 something sponge.
Never asked who gave you the elytras, or the elytra.
All my gear is from Phil. He gave me everything.
He hooked you up good, huh?
Yep. The only thing I don't have, but I feel really petty mentioning it because if he's in chat, I'm probably going to get swooped upon and start dropped from the sky.
If not,
I have not mentioned it, but I don't have looting on my sword.
Yeah, we don't need that for building though.
I friggin' needed it yesterday, man. Everybody kept sleeping when there was only like 6 of us on the server. I couldn't keep up my gunpowder supply. So it was such a slow trip back. That's why it took me 6 friggin' hours. I'm like, please stop sleeping, guys. I'm trying to kill some creepers.
Yeah, it's not like you can go underground here and get a creeper or 2.
Sleep. Oh, but then I would kill them, and they wouldn't drop any gunpowder, or I'd get 1 from 4. I'm like,
no, that's horrid.
I'm like,
I'm actually only on 5 fireworks myself. I think I gave a bunch of them to Hun, and that's gone now. All right,
yeah,
so this
I think
one...
Comp was telling me how to make a creeper-specific mob farm.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. He's like, oh, but it's tedious and takes a lot of time. I'm like, I just spent 5 hours rowing a boat. Don't tell me it takes a lot of time to make a creeper farm. I would have rather have spent 5 hours making a creeper farm than rowing a boat.
It is one of the crazier traps. There's actually a couple on the server, but they are not fast at all. That's the problem.
No, it needs to be at your base when you're building, so they gen. Yeah. Do you want me to show you my
your loot pile?
Yeah. I'm not gonna do that for all of them, but you know, there's that.
Well, they all stack as you're doing it because of how it's working on the server anyways. Every time it's kind of weird. Every time you threw one out, it like stacked with the one you're throwing, so it like threw again and again and again and again and again.
Yeah, we have a pretty wide stack radius, I've noticed, for the items. But dude, look at that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I now feel... I feel happy. You know, it's like everybody was doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. My build is intended to be an underwater build. So I do actually need
So you are doing
sponge.
this, you wanted it for your build, okay.
Yeah, I went out to get sponges for my build, yeah. And on the way out there, dude, I don't like the savannah. I like rain. So I'm actually happy with the raining on this server. But I found a savannah plateau completely encircled by like a U-bend of water. That has a lake on it, a waterfall, some very pretty mountains up and around it. And
so you found a simple biome, basically. You found like a perfect spot to like set up and get some lions going.
But it's completely hidden on the Mindcrack map because the mountains that are around it. I didn't know there was a plateau with a giant lake, a huge plateau, a huge river. Because you can't see it on the Mindcrack map. So I'm so tempted to change my build now. To that, to do something over there just because that place looks so cool. Oh, it's wet. I need room for wet stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to make a trip. Full. Yeah, we're gonna have to go and get more. Do you have any shulkers?
I have 2. I would, if you want to do a session of Kill the Dragon and get me shulkers and you shulkers and us shulkers,
I still got. Like...
I honestly would be so happy because I'm not entirely sure the mechanics of that. I've never tried to revive the end.
I still have 13 of them from the actual search for the shulker shells. You can't see them in there.
I tried going through. I tried going through those little portals so I could wander around the end, and none of them worked. They didn't take me anywhere.
The ones in the Patreon side, I think, are broken, yeah. Here, take those
I found
ones.
a bug. I don't know who we should tell, who you're supposed to tell, that sort of deal, but there's a bug flow, and I'm not sure how it works for the Patrons, so I'm a little...
Thank you
I'm keeping it to myself until... Oh, sorry. I didn't have the room.
Oh, okay. Well, we could turn that into chests right now to make shulker boxes. That is, you literally threw out the ingredients.
No, down in the water there somewhere. I threw out a crafting bench, man.
Right here?
I threw out a crafting bench. It's down
there.
Look
behind you. I picked that up too.
Cool. Oh, thank you. But I'm literally living out of the 2 shulkers and the ender chest that Fel gave me, and that's it. So it's like I've been trying to manage my inventory with just that this entire time.
Okay, now technically the fastest way of drying these things is to go to the nether.
Yep. That's what I did earlier to get all these dry. I have another stack of... Like, I don't want to mix them with whoever you borrowed those from. Or did they just give them to you?
Oh, you know who gave them to me. You know exactly who gave them to me.
Fel?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, I don't, if somebody's expecting them back, since I did put so much effort to get these, I would like to kind of keep them.
Yeah, of course.
But,
the other way you can do it is with, you know the other way of drying them?
The furnace?
Yeah, so I just put a furnace there, so, because I don't feel like going, because...
When you have 128 of them,
I don't.
You use the nether. But I can give you a stack. You can have a stack, I can have a stack, we can just go do this and it'll all be good. Cindy is about to have a hurricane dropped on her head. Okay, my aunt's in the way of the hurricane coming up the Pacific, I guess? I did not know that.
It depends on how fast we use them. There's not that much water here. I don't think we're going to need to make that many trips. So I'm just going to use the furnace for right now because this is going to be gone quick.
Alrighty. Well, do you want...
I know how many
a couple extra?
Hmm?
Do you want some extra sponges? To,
no,
like,
I got mine 16 cooking right now, so...
Okay. Thank you for the shulkers here.
No problem, man.
This alleviates my need for a base soon. Just from now to soon.
Gooch chat likes picking on you.
What?
They like overachievers. Not you, Felon bro. I just happened to see his name come. So we know where he's listening right now. That's fine. We're not doing the exciting part right here. I honestly don't expect a lot of people to watch my content when we're doing this. I expect a lot of people to watch the content when I'm building a frickin' roller coaster. I don't expect much for this. Right?
I would watch this, so I'm not the right person to ask.
Yeah, well. You're watching for personality.
I also like building. I like contouring and landscaping and stuff like that.
Okay.
Environmental design and building. That's
like I said, we want to make sure that we can, like you just said, we want to contour this go down. So let me just dig to the fence itself. Of course, we're going to want to get rid of the shroom, but
so I'm thinking, like, this is kind of where we want the separation, right?
Oh, you still got more chests over here, right?
No, I picked everything up, I think.
Okay, because you could just put them down like on the ground floor there. We could just fill them.
For dumps? Yeah.
Yeah, because we're gonna have dumps. We're gonna have a few.
I don't think that's enough to hold them.
Frick no.
Do we want to leave a semblance of the hill at this height, or should we drop it down like 3 blocks, so we do shrink it from what's on the other side a little bit?
Well, what's it look like on the other side? That's the question for me.
It's just flat at this hill, at this level.
I just want to a straight up taper. I think will be good, just because this is the highest part, and this hill is going to be the highest of the hills. So I'd rather just do this one at a 45-degree taper as much as we can.
45 is 2-1, 2-1, 2-1?
45 is 1-1-1-1-1.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, like this?
Yeah, so that can all go. We can get more fancy with the hills that are not, like, this tall. But these ones, they're going to be in the way. Oh, we gotta get rid of that water there. Hold on.
So, I've been thinking I might build in that ocean to the north of you, since I don't think anybody's really there, and it looks big enough.
No, I don't think there is. I mean, on the Patreon side, there's some stuff eventually, but that's about it. Do you get random, like, jump back lag? Like,
I have been before, but not right now. Right now, it's actually pretty smooth.
I don't know what to call that, when it, like, rewinds you.
Rubber banding?
Rubber banding, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting that now and again. It's driving me nuts. I actually got to dump right now.
Like I was
the
seeing
number
that a
of
bit
shrooms,
but well, they grow rapidly.
Yeah, but they end up in my inventory.
That's why I let you take off the topsoil.
Did I just fortune a shroom?
Can you fortune a shroom?
I know what happened. I wanted one more so that they stacked to my inventory, and I broke one here. And when it became a stack flying through the air and picked up another 17 from the ground that I just threw there. Jeez, I didn't want to go away! Pain in the ass.
It's like, no. You guys misinterpreted my get out of my inventory actions.
Right! Honestly, at this point, if I still touch mycelium, I'm just chucking it. I just don't care.
Oh, I've been using it as filler. Like, dirt without mycelium has more value to me right now than dirt with mycelium. Most of the filling I did yesterday was actually with mycelium, so a lot of the mycelium chests are empty. I figure we can regrow it again if we actually need it out of raw dirt, right? Yeah, so...
You only really need it. You don't... That's like... you need one.
Mm-hmm. And I think I have...
and then you can spread it.
I'm doing a lot of firsts on this server. I found my first ever, without cheating, ice spikes. Just wandering around and came across them off to the south of us here.
Yeah, they picked this seed as a kitchen sink seed. It's got everything but. So like
there's
within
nothing
the
but cold in the Mindcrack build area.
Yeah.
It's cold ocean, it's like mountain biomes, it's like, it's cold. Cold. What the heck? There's no jungles, there's no swamps, and if they are, they're way off the... Really? I went to the south and all I found was ice and snow.
Oh, trust me, that's where I got the bamboo. It's a pretty big jungle to the south. Right, it overlaps the Mindcrack area quite a bit, but it goes way past it. So there is definitely a jungle. It's huge, and it's got a bamboo forest in it too.
Is that like? So the one advantage I am taking, or I'm considering taking as being a friend level instead of a Patreon level, is apparently I'm allowed to build inside the Minecraft area or Mindcrack area, and that means I don't have to claim blocks. Because I did the math, and I would need to claim roughly 65,000 blocks, and the few days I've been on here so far, I'm able to claim around 1,500. So, like, that would be for the diameter of the build I want to build. That would take a long time. And I'm starting a little later than most people. So if I do build inside the area, which is why I checked out the ocean to the north, because that is inside the area, I don't have to worry about that, and I could just work on the build, claim a little bit more, work on the build. Like, it wouldn't stop me from building, because it's a lot of glass, it's a lot of stuff that can break really easily that people could just break inadvertently, you know? And it's high enough that high and low enough that the creeper's explosion comes into play. It will start destroying the blocks, reflood things, etc., so on. Anyways, so it's like, I'm actually considering Mindcrack areas first, as long as I'm not in anybody's way who's making content. I don't want to disrupt anything for anybody else.
If I were Lily, I would not be surprised. Kristen just wants to be absolutely sure. He, and understandably speaking, does not have a trustworthy soul of random individuals.
Yeah, I am.
She's saying that a lot of people are not.
Person.
Yeah,
but
for a build like this, I mean, we're all giving share and stuff like that, and we all know each other who are working here.
Yep, I'm trying here. I'm trying to follow your lead and shove out ideas as I think of them, as you mention stuff, and that's it. It's like I'm here just to help. So it's like the other build, that's just going to be some time. But yeah, just I swam, one of the places I swam over, we have a huge, by the way, huge lukewarm deep ocean. There is freaking coral and everything as far as the eyes can see. It glows, it's beautiful, it's awesome. Yeah. It's in the Patreon zone.
Yes, it is.
The
good thing about that stuff is
and I couldn't.
That stuff is growable though. I mean, not
the stuff is awesome, but that biome just looks so cool. Like I kind of want to settle out over there. It's over by the flower farm thingy and the Patreon Mesa, and the reason I know about that is because I tried to find nether portals in my journey last night to get back faster. You know none of those markers are near a friggin' nether portal? Not a frickin' one. I found every single explicit sign sitting on the hill, behind the trees, around the flowers. Nothing. Nothing. I couldn't catch a break. I finally spotted some nether portals on the, somebody's building a beautiful set of trees and mob farm and stuff like that, and a beautiful underground base out in the oceans to the southeast of us here. But their nether portals are in the sky.
Oh.
And I had 3 fireworks. I missed. I just missed, and then I just sat there grumping. I couldn't put my boat in the water because I was inside of his build zone or her build zone, whoever it is. And I was just sitting there just grumbling until I could swim out far enough to get back in my boat and just freaking go on again. I'm like, grump. This was like 4:30 in the morning by this time. So I was really tired. I just wanted to be done, but I'm like, no, I need to make it back. I don't want to wake up in the morning and continue this journey. I just want it to be done today so I don't have to relive it again. Oh, and I'm talking a lot, I know. A little wired on caffeine.
I'm freaking tired, you're good.
Okay. Just...
So, in that game that we've been playing, Gunfire, you've gotten the dog. Is there anything other than the dog and the cat?
Those are the only 2 that are in there right now. It does look like they have options to include more.
I'm hoping that they do, because that's not. At the very least, I would like to be able to alter the cat to not look like exactly the same cat for everybody's cat.
Yeah.
Because it is really weird. Everybody queues up and look exactly. Why am I queuing up at that point with a visual? Yep. There's no reason at that point.
It does look like visual alterations. Like you'll be able to customize the visual appearance. Next time we play, I'll show you. There's some screens where you do the selections and stuff like that, and it looks like there's places in there for options to do customization.
Okay.
So I would hope that that's coming. I hope the game gets enough traction and enough notoriety, where they can afford to continue developing it, add in the stuff that would really make that game awesome. Because it's a really good prototype of what that game could be, in my opinion.
Yeah, unfortunately, me enjoying it does not mean anything. If Vagante has any indication, because I tried promoting the hell out of that one, and it's still just.
I think Vagante's done pretty well, hasn't it?
It's done okay, but not because of me. I mean, I still have not heard about it anywhere beyond like my small little bitty circles.
Nah, Vagante is another one that it's really.
Oh, it's just so well made, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much good about it.
The thing that surprises me, I did not realize until this past week how many of the streamers I actually watch. Like, I thought it was a majority of you who was a very focused indie developer streamer, and if I wanted to see good indie games, I always came here. But and I'm not saying I don't. If you want good indie games, Pack definitely plays good indie games.
I try to, yeah.
But I've slowly. I don't think it's me. I think it's more of the people I've always enjoyed watching are slowly just migrating towards indie games. Like they're becoming the de facto. The big names come and go every now and again for like maybe a week of playtime, but the majority of the time, it's indie games all over the place. Am I digging too low? No. What are we going down to?
67. 60... You should be standing on 67.
69. 68, 67. So we need to go this low. We need more chests, by the way.
I got a little bit more lumber, but not much. At least I did. I got enough to make 1.5 more chests. That's it. After that, we're done. After that, I'm hoping someone's gonna help us like transport soon, because yeah,
We're full, guys. Dude, this is more fun flattening than placing all those blocks. See, when everybody was doing it yesterday, it was fun. Because in my head, I know we weren't competing, but in my head, I was trying to keep up, I'm trying to put some down, I'm trying to see how we'll go.
Fellumber, you are freaking always there. You're incredible, man.
Wait, was he listening when I mentioned earlier stuff?
Evidently.
Oh, you know what? I need to read chat, because I was being oblivious earlier when people were talking to me. The end shop and PV, yep. The swamp by you, definitely swamps.
Hi, hun. You're waiting for me? I'll be in there in a second. Okay.
I've seen people claim larger and larger as it goes by. I think that's more of what I've seen, and that's also what the video said. How to claim is that basically people will make a secure section of their base, build around it, spend more time, and then expand it, build a little bit more, that sort of deal. And I'm not overly worried about it. I don't want to be in the way. That's why the majority of my build won't be visible, I guess. It'll look like it's not, but I might make a really big tree. Because I like building trees. Like I said, I like natural.
That is one of those things that people can get a focus on. Trees are one of those things that I've seen people enjoy building. Of course, that's probably partially a crossover for you from Terraria.
Yeah, exactly. As I do it in Terraria, I do it here, and I've done it forever. I started building trees way back in TFC, man. That's where I got my hook for it. And it was actually from Bilbo, one of the guys I would play the game with. And he built the first tree, and I helped him with it. I built like a little bit of a bigger tree, and then I helped some branch design because he liked what I was doing, and I was like, it's gone from there. So that's like what, 6 years ago, and I've been doing it ever since. It's fun. Oh, I went down too far. I need to put that one back. But yeah, so I built something like this on Boundless. I don't know if you're familiar with that particular game.
No.
It's a Minecraft-like game, but it actually has infinite number of worlds, and you can see them in the sky. You jump to them, you build portals around to them. It's actually a really neat game. It's mostly free to play, but if you want to claim zones and build up waypoints and stuff like that, you claim them. You put a little money, you donate stuff into it, you build up a useful location, and when people just are in it and walk through it and use your portals and stuff like that, you end up gaining currency just as they pass through to continue paying for it. So it incentivizes you to build useful, you know? To make it nice and useful. So people have huge traffic networks and hubs and transfer hubs and all this other stuff. And I just made a really neat one for picking up a very specific resource that happened to spawn plentiful where I was. But it was an underwater dome that Dracket helped me create. And the center was open for a giant tree, which we lost interest in the game before I actually got to building the tree. And I'd kind of like to recreate it here and just see how it goes. So that's kind of my plan. That's my build. This underwater dome, nice big village settlements thingy down there. And then a huge tree that starts at the bottom of the ocean, basically, and then the treetop rises up above the water.
Off topic, but you know what? I was just thinking, at some point, we need to actually pick a place to put storage here.
Do we want to do it underground so it's out of the way, or do we want to make it part of the establishment?
Well,
should Dude's neck be our storage room?
It actually was previously, so that would be a first time.
It was?
Nice. Actually, it was, yeah. I was thinking maybe the mountain?
The spiky one that we were talking about? Or
one of those mountains.
One of the others?
Well, we have the two mountains, and those mountains might end up just coming into play for, like, permanent things. Like, there's a couple of things that we're going to need that are just, like, permanent. Like, we're going to need a place where people can sleep so that when they die, they have a place to respawn here. And we're going to need a place for there to be, like, random blocks for people to be able to build with. And, frankly, I'd like it to be able to be accessible by both sides. So, I'd like there to be a Mindcrack side where we can, like, have some stuff, a majority of it on the Patreon side. But, like, a storage room.
Here's my question. Like, do we want it to be mirrored, or do we want it to be down the line? Like, do we build it
we put it down the line.
The beds on the left are for the Patreons and the beds on the right are for the Mindcrackers?
I'm thinking down the line like that, yeah. Well, although that would be I'm thinking that's two different rooms. Well, it could be both the same room, too.
I think it would be neat to be the same room where you can, like, look through and see what's going on, but there's clearly, here's a side for us, and then there's a side for the others. You know?
Yeah, what I've done in the past is I've always made that, I've made Good's head the actual, like, storage, because, well, it's big and empty. No comment.
He logged off a little bit ago, didn't he?
It says he's still playing Minecraft. I don't know if he's... yeah, he's still here. He logged off, but he's still here. But, no, that was a... Yeah, but...
It was the obvious joke that needed to be made, everybody, come on.
No, I'm fine. It was just, it makes sense because it's like a focused area that has to do with Goodland. It's just like, it's an obvious point of interest.
Well, it's also, we specifically, you want that to be the entrance, right? So it's like, that has a very specific use that's going to likely have a lot of supporting structure to get the whole jump slide and everything that you're looking for, right? I think in this case, to leave a lot of empty space off the side supporting wise, where it's visual form versus function, and the in between could be nice little storage sections.
But but I'm saying we've done that in the past. I think this one, the mountain would make more sense because it's more centralized. This is a bigger Goodland than I've done in. Well, I think I've done bigger ones, but it's a pretty big one.
Okay.
And having it centralized on the mountain makes it, because especially if we're going to be doing where people respawn. Having that more towards the center makes a lot more sense.
Yep. So, okay, so a little bit of information about me and theme parks is I don't go on rides. I don't like roller coasters. I don't like things like that. My vertigo just gets kicked off, and it's just not worth it. I don't enjoy it to begin with, and I don't enjoy the after effects afterwards. So when other people are riding them, though, I like seeing how they work. So I like seeing the behind the scenes. I look for the sensors, I look for the tricks, I look for what makes that thing doing what it's doing. And one of those things is, it's amazing how much where the storage are, where the generators are, like, because you can't launch most roller coasters without blacking out a city. They take too much power, so almost every ride itself has its own generator system. And I've gone on tours where we get to see such things, so now I look for them at other places and such. So that's what I'm going to be doing for Goodland here, man, is seeing, like, here's how everything works, and then I'm going to hide, like, the storage off to the side, or because that's more of what I'm used to doing, you know?
Yeah. How you have money in 30 days? What? Did I miss something? And Ellery, thank you. Congratulations on the back version, Sir Sadis. Thank you for the 100 bits. Well, specifically 104 bits. No, 109 bits. Hi, Sir Sadis. He didn't know about the 13-bit thing, so he was trying to get the right number to actually get attention on the chat. He got there. 200 more bits, thank you.
It'd be nice if we could, can you set up Nightbot to do that? Or wait, do we have Nightbot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget which bot. Oh, yeah, you're not a co-botter, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I actually had co-bot's name banned in chat because you know how I am with modded Minecraft, where I chose my pony and I stuck with it. Like whenever people talk to me about, well, you could do it in multi-MC and blah 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 blah. I was like, no, I chose my pony. I'm sticking with it. And it was the same thing with the bot. Cobot started getting developed around the time that I picked Nightbot, and I was like, you know what?
Okay.
Nope. I chose it. I'm sticking with it. Loveco, got my choice. And I actually had to ban the name in my chat because I got sick of people saying, why don't you have Cobot? Why don't you have, but you don't know Co. Why don't you, Cobot is the thing. Why don't you get Co? It's like, hell, I picked one, damn it. I'm done. I picked it.
Like when I streamed, I went to Cobot because Cobot fixed the bugs I was having with Nightbot. That's why.
Well, I don't like use it for that all that much, so.
Well, Nightbot just spammed. Like, you would set up triggers to say, hey, I want to announce this thing every 30 minutes, I want to announce that thing every 15 minutes, this on the hour, that sort of deal.
Yeah.
And for some reason, all of its timers ended up being the same thing. So, like, every 15 minutes, every single timer would say it would just be a wall of Nightbot. I'm like, no? What the heck is going on? This should not be happening. Somebody was talking to me again. Sean.
Yeah, that's definitely looking like a good. What are we at 67 now? Oh, perfect.
We should be 67.
This is looking good. This is looking pretty good. Yeah, I like how this is ending up looking. We could probably round it out. We could probably round them out a little bit when we actually start like redo the stone with dirt. But other than that, yeah, it's looking good. I'm tempted to actually reflood them to get rid of them at mycelium. Now that I know. Okay, so you know what happened? What was wrong with mycelium?
What's that?
It needs to be the depth of a source block, a depth of a full block, to reduce the light enough for it to kill the mycelium.
Because the testing you did was a straight up staircase. It was
right now. I
did
a staircase to make sure that flowing blocks would count, and flowing blocks do count if they're a full block in height. So
but that means this staircase will work, right?
No. Well, actually,
because this is a block up, block down, block. This is your test bed. This would work.
That's a good point. That is a good point. This would work pretty well.
Maybe not right here.
Yeah, but it would be a lot.
Let's get a little more mycelium so it works.
It would work a lot better. I can tell you that much. Yeah. So if we set this up for that, that would actually be a lot easier.
Yep.
Okay. So that works. Keep digging here. My shovel's about to die, so I'm gonna have to work on.
Yeah, I need to go to the end here soon too. My pick is down to half. My shovel's down to half.
This is why Felumbra has like 15 picks.
Yeah,
he tried to give me a selection. It's like no.
I am more particular than that. These were gifts. Oh, I've been wanting to show off the names of these. If you can guess the names, where I got the names of these tools from, they're all from the same exact thing. I will give you a sponge.
Okay.
So, there's that one. think I did some of my gear too. Nope, nope. All the other tools and stuff are stacked away. So all those names are from the exact same thing. And it is Minecraft related. Obviously, with one's called Minecraft Grim Reaper, so. Hey, Cam, I'm sorry, Falknor. Awesome, man. And if anybody in chat's allowed to guess too, I mean, I'll give Pack a sponge if he needs a sponge, regardless. So.
Cam says I beat Act 10 Kitava.
Yep, yep. I said congrats to Falknor.
I do not know it. Can't say that I recommend it.
There's a. Oh, does anybody else in chat want to guess? I'll read off the names. Are Minecraft's Grim Reaper, Die in the Deep, What I Wanna, and In the Deep. I guess I named two around the same thing. You're all welcome to guess as much as you want, but I'll tell you guys all in like 5 minutes or so.
Is there a reason for this wall?
Yeah, that's where I stopped digging so far, Phil.
Yeah.
We did want to level on the other side, if I recall.
That is technically, the wall.
So I literally stopped doing this when we started talking about the water. As I was etching this up to the wall order. Because we're looking for the Patreons to help out with the other side, right?
Yeah, a little bit, eventually. Fel definitely counts on that. Yeah, we were focusing on the bigger side that you guys can't do first. That's what I'm going with.
Oh, we had Compy and somebody else over here helping us out yesterday, didn't we? On the Mindcrack side?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's a few mods who technically can still help out over here when they want to. Not many. There's a few.
I ran into Compy's at Walker yesterday. I thought I was out in the middle of nowhere, and suddenly there's a Empire ship looking at me funny.
Huh. Always amazing what you can walk into on these places. I haven't done a lot of wandering on the Patreon side yet. Eventually I'm going to have to do that, but this is the type of thing where I kind of get so busy and involved in what I'm doing, it's hard to really, like, wander.
There is a beautiful village over there by 1992, I believe is his name, or her name, I don't know. But the village is amazing, and it looks very much in work. It's starting to include some mountainous work and some underground pathways, mining. It looks amazing. I believe it's a little bit east of Yamina's. Well, a lot bit east of Yamina's.
I've been to Yamina's either, so. The only thing I've really been to...
From Yamina's, you can see the ass of the at. Sorry.
The only place that I've been to is I went to that one mesa and ran into... I gotta make sure I do the name right. Oiter's base, which was a very unusual base.
Watched him a lot helping out, I guess Drew is his name, yesterday.
Oiter?
Yeah, like OIT something?
O-I-T-U-R, yes.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was who was helping him out. There were a couple of people, but that name just caught my attention.
Yeah, he's got a mesa base, and I needed some for the pumpkin farm. I needed the
the kata.
Yeah, the terracotta. So I wasn't about to go dig up clay. I'm digging terracotta. And I was just looking through the mesas trying to figure out where do I want to dig this. And then if you look on the map, you'll find his base. If you look at the northeast side of the mesa, you'll see it. It's pretty obvious.
Zombie?
Where?
The zombie walking around like right here. There's got to be like a cave or something.
Oh, a sound of one. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a cave that can wander from that side over to this side, of course. Let me go.
I do think that's where we get a couple of our zombies over by the shore. I think those are the drowned walking up and drying out.
Oh, they don't dry out.
A couple of times.
Don't think they dry out unless it's in the desert. No,
really?
they're actually spawning.
When they were out of water.
I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they need to be in the desert to actually dry out.
Okay.
Well, like I said, could be wrong.
So could I. My assumptions are always questionable. Alright, we got a lot of stuff that's gonna despawn over here. Hey Phil, you don't by chance have some wood on you so we could make a couple more chests to shove crap?
Well, he's probably gonna just transport the stuff. If we break the chests, he can just take the stuff over there, and then we can replace the chests.
Yeah, but these chests are full,
right?
And I have stuff on the ground that I need to stack somewhere.
Yeah, I'm helping get it too.
Ah, he's just got some wood for me. Thank you. Dark oak. I don't want to use dark oak for this.
Oh, because it makes a difference in the end.
I like dark oak, and these chests don't make a difference in the end.
Dark oak's is the easiest to make. Oh no, wait, that's spruce.
No, it's hard.
Yeah.
Dark oak has the lower sapling drop rate.
And you can combine any of them.
Pain in the butt to get. Yeah, who cares? Oh, my toes are cramping. My toes are cramping. Ow. Wow, they really are. Do you need a hoe for the saplings? I thought it was the axe.
For the saplings?
Yeah, to get a higher sapling drop out of the trees.
Hoe is what no, axes. They made it so the hoe is the proper tool for leaves. I don't know why.
They needed the hoe to do something besides plant a seed once.
But leaves?
It's a farming tool. Well, dude, okay. This is something that bugs me in TFC a lot. Do you know what scythes are used for? Not trees.
That's true.
If somebody with somebody who knows how to use a scythe saw you harvesting trees with it, they would just rip you a new one. It's like, that bugs me so much. I'm like, sickle.
You do have I never thought about it. I don't know why I never thought about that. You're right.
Why is a scythe used to chop down the trees? And I'm like, if you want to do grafting to get saplings, you would specifically get snipping tools, grafting tools, to just do the nice little sharp 15-degree angle cut, so you get that nice, nice steep end of the root to the taper to bury. And I'm like, but no, people are going around with a 3x3 sickle harvesting the whole entire area at once. I'm like, this, for how much else the TFC gets right, this bugs me.
Mm-hmm. That is a good point. That must have been one of the earlier things that Notch tossed in there. I keep doing this. Not Notch, Biox. I don't know why. I get those two mixed up a frickin' lot.
Because they both have the same trolling mentality with their audiences. Biox stopped playing TFC about 3 months after he was like officially released it to the public, because he used to play with us all the time. And he stopped. And then he used to just watch the videos or watch me stream and stuff like that. And anything he didn't like, any mechanic that we did that he ended up not liking, he would then spend his time changing that. So it's like, we found ways to build your first house that weren't too bad. And he's like, no, that's too easy. It shouldn't be that easy to get shelter. So he made it harder and harder and harder. And it was just freaking troll. That's all he was doing, was just trolling us. So we started trolling him back. We started making coal pits out of signs, fence posts, snow blocks, things like that. just to say, hey, if you're going to make everything make sense, this is something you need to deal with. Good guy. I game with him a lot still, but not. He doesn't play Minecraft anymore.
I haven't gamed with him in forever.
You know what he and I end up playing a lot?
What?
Ark.
Oh.
He wants to fix Ark, and I actually got him up to the point of installing the SDK, and then he saw that it took 3.5 days to compile Ark, and it took, I think it's like 600 or 480 gigabytes of hard drive space. He spent 12 hours compiling it, it didn't finish, he uninstalled it and stopped. And I'm like, yep, that's about where everybody stops when they mod that game. But can you imagine him getting his hands on Ark and fixing it?
Oh, that would be
I was all for that, man. Yeah, I was all for that.
Pay the man.
Yep. I think like they have a pay program. If they like your mod, they will pay you to develop it. And I think that he could put in the time and the work to actually get a good. I've tried to get him a job in this industry so many times now. I can never get him to actually follow through and send a freaking resume. Actually, if you're listening to this, freaking send the resumes. But yeah, no, I think he could do good as one of those a technical designer at the very least. He has a lot of programming capability and design know-how. He could be a very good go-between person. All right, I'll stop rambling. Maybe.
Yeah, unlike Notch, he actually seems to have some knowledge of game design, of making the game like playable and fun.
I see Notch as a designer who has no idea how to program. His designs may not be super great. Oh, my pick's about to break. I need to go, dude. I'm out.
Yeah, I gotta go there anyway.
Have you been to the Patreon one?
Oh yeah.
I wish the drop rate was.
Lumber, you want me to just toss the stuff on the ground while we're gone?
Oh, is he gonna clear out the chest? You got that.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and break them real quick. Honestly, if you don't get them all, I mean, we lost some stone. Who cares?
The viewers care, Pack. The viewers care.
I'm actually kind of more concerned that we make sure we get the chest back, honestly. So.
You mean the renewable, growable resource? That's the one you're worried about?
I don't have trees right here now.
Oh. I found out your water base isn't safe, by the way. I thought it was safe, so every time I needed to go look at something, I would come into your water room.
What happened?
Sit here. I've had zombies walk in and skeletons walk in.
Really?
No creepers so far, but yeah, zombie just walks in the door and turns into a drown and starts swimming after me at 50 miles an hour. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me!
I have not had that yet.
I ended up going into your pumpkin farm and putting down 2 blocks of dirt to block myself in. I'm like, all right, let's see him get me here.
That's hilarious. Okay, we just coincidentally made exactly 13 chests. I'm so happy right now.
Nice. Congratulations, everybody. We got him.
That number comes up so often. I'm so happy it does.
Any number you're looking for comes up often.
True.
I've seen studies on that of why does the number 67 seem to be everywhere? Because you're looking for it and numbers are freaking everywhere.
67.
It's pick any random number. They literally went, if you look at any number, you can find multiple occurrences per day of any number between like 1 and 3,000 or 4,000. For some reason, when people pick random numbers, it's not like 6,378,000,000, blah blah blah. It's always like something between 1 and 100.
Yeah.
But you'll find it continuously, repeatedly, lots of places. We live in a very mathematically defined world. I always think there's somebody in the Patreon side, and I know I just saw somebody leave, but the way the anvils are stacked looks like a person at the end.
Notch plays Satisfactory these days. Does he?
Oh yeah, I've been watching his videos. It's awesome. He does some epic builds. I watch his clips on Twitch. I don't know if he like uploads or anything. Fell. There's a missing block in your ender. This place sucks. I'm out of here.
Notch was also
people's fault.
Minecraft.
Is that people fixing their? Yeah, there's a 1 slab missing. Fire and Lily. People using picks and axes to kill the Enderman.
That's so dumb. That's the only thing I like about the Mindcrack side one. I do like that it has a sword, so you can kill multiple at a time.
Well,
but you can't do that over there. You can't just you can't like leave a sword over there.
Dude, there's a chest here.
Yeah, but
there's a chest here
it.
with... Oh, well, okay, now it's filled with ender pearls. But when I was here last time, it had 4 iron swords in it. Yeah, all the swords are gone. It's been replaced with ender pearls.
I don't always bring a sword. I bring an axe.
Oh, so you'd be one of... Did Pack chop out the block back here?
Oh, I don't... I'm not over there. I'm at
this
one.
Use it once.
I did.
No, but I like using the sword
I punched
here.
with my fist. Oh, I gotta turn down the volume. Hold on.
I like using the sword at the Patreon one because everything has a half a heart. You kill 10 of them in one swing.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know which one's... It's close. It really is close which one's better.
Well, the math on Enderman farms is they exceed the XP rate that a single player can absorb. So you can make one that's fairly inefficient and it will still meet your needs. I've been here this long and my pick is up to a little bit above half. Yeah, Luxer, that's where I watch it. He does a lot of screenshots and stuff like that up on Satisfactory, and I wish I could get into that game. The lack of a random world really bugs me in that game for some reason. But yeah, he builds massive epic things. What's that?
It's a constructed world. Well, yeah, but so it's Ark.
It's a handcrafted and it's beautiful. No, dude. Ark is... Okay, so the way I play Ark isn't the way that you played Ark. Because I already knew about all those frustrations. I don't deal with them. I'm not going to. I like the game too much to ever deal with what Wildcard actually made ever again. But to that end, the mods that we do use, and we hop maps quite often and stuff like that, but they change the what spawns where, how it spawns, so it's like the same areas aren't the same. It's not like this creature is always right there, and Satisfactory is like that.
Well, yeah, but
you walk down this path,
ground
those 3 guys are already there. Yeah, and that's fine. You can always find a different perch to go and kill stuff on. But when the creature locations are identical every single time, you go into that cave, there's 3 spiders on the left, followed by 2 on the right, 3 that drop down from the ceiling, and then you go forward. There's no randomness to any of the encounters in there at all. The resources are always in the exact same location. They're always guarded by the exact same creatures. It's just a little annoying.
Yeah, it's like it's not a live, vibrant world. It's a bunch of spawn locations. Yeah, I kind of still loathe the game.
Oh, Ark or Satisfactory?
Ark.
Ark, I'll say it again, it's the most frustrating game I enjoy. That's just... I don't know if I sent this to you, or maybe I posted it in the Discord, but there was a game review posted that was written after somebody had like 2,000 hours of playtime. And then you could see that they played it for another 3,000 hours. Somebody took a screenshot of it. He's like, I have no idea what game this actually is. Or took a screenshot of it and complained. He's like, yeah, you hate the game. You played 2,000 hours and then another 3,000 after you said it sucked. And the number 1 comment after that is, this game is clearly Ark. You can ask anybody who plays Ark. They hate the game, but it is like the only one in its class. It's just, there is not another option out there. Nobody likes the game. Everybody has a couple hundred to thousands of hours in it.
And evidently my Silk Touch pick does not have mending. Okay.
What?
I have a Silk Touch pick without mending. I didn't even know that.
Well, now we know. Do you need a mending book? I happen to have one on me. I could hop over real quick.
Oh no, I got mending books.
Okay.
I'm tempted to
I still have like 4 or 5
netherite pick. I'm tempted to put mending on and upgrade to another netherite pick right now, but there's no upgrade station here. Okay.
The PV one has one.
Yeah, of course it does. I knew the moment I said that you were going to say that too.
Need to step AFK for a second and grab a drink. Well, AFK, not AFM, I guess. You guys have pho places up in where you are? I almost said where you were.
Have what places?
Pho.
Pho?
PHO?
Oh. We got some good places for stuff like that, yeah. I would if I oh crap. I gotta go. Remember how I said I was gonna go help out Hun? Remember how I said that like half an hour ago?
Nah, man, that was 5 minutes ago, right?
Damn, I gotta be right back.
Alrighty.
Thank you for just reminding me that Hun exists.
What? So you're still in the end pack, or are you at the nether?
I'm in the end.
Where exactly is the ender on this side of the fence? Like, is there a sign that would lead me to it?
For the Mindcrack one?
Yeah.
Are you here?
Yep.
1 second. I'm trying to get my mic back on so I can hear again.
Yep, no worries, no worries.
It is the north side. There is signs there somewhere.
I saw a sign. I went all the way to spawn and up in top because I usually just hop in the portal and leave, and saw a sign towards all the chickens.
Yeah.
Only up.
Yeah, it's where the chickens are.
Down. Ah. Like, I've only seen this one on your stream, so I wouldn't mind coming and taking a peek and seeing what's up with it.
Oh, we got a Dr. Soft, huh?
Ender created by, oh my god, Chad, and Amethyst Raindrop, and Josh.
Thank you, Zero. You don't need to say it. Neither does the rest of chat. Look, I don't know how to fix that. I actually tried. I can't go in and change the names on all of the titles for the. I would have to like change the titles information or the MP3's information that I don't want to change.
Yeah, I remember looking at the tool you used to get the names, trying to see if there's a way I could do it there, and I couldn't.
I think it's snip.
It's just a bug. Yep. It doesn't like it doesn't let you customize the interpretation.
Yeah, which is stupid. You'd think that this is something that other people have come up now and again.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't see the spawning platform for this one. It looks like it's just that room, like they appear in that room. I don't see anything up above that would drop. Did I look at one?
I don't know. I got pissed about something.
But we're too close for them to spawn right there. They've got to be coming from somewhere else, right?
There's probably just a tiny platform behind this. Because they're not taking fall damage. They're just trying to get to an endermite.
Back and walk up?
Yeah.
Ah.
There's just like one endermite out there somewhere. I see a bit of redstone.
Yeah, it's supposed to have an on... Well, it has an on-off switch, which I am very tempted to see what happens. Like, maybe it just hides the endermite? Because, yeah, I can hear it squeaking above our heads, right? Yeah, I can hear it.
It's either over or under us.
Yeah, it's like right back here somewhere.
What would it take to make a workstation here since we're upgrading stuff? is the blacksmith's work table, I think, right?
I don't know. All the new stuff is actually stuff I haven't really dealt with. For like the last 2 or 3 versions, it's been a while since I've played Minecraft, period. Modded or vanilla. Okay, so this is a no drop. There's a spawning platform in the back. And it must be that the Endermite sits above our heads. These guys walk forward, go up a staircase, and then drop down into the killing chamber. Alright, I see. I had turned it off, I'll turn it back on for you.
I figured.
There we go. Now we should see them all. Oh yeah, here they come. They're like rushing forward. Yeah, if you don't want the drop damage, this is nice. Look at that fill rate. That's nice.
Yeah, and the drop damage one is basically the exact same thing, except it's up at the exact right height, and they have trapdoors where they just fall down.
Yep. So they're a one-hit kill from that one. That's the only difference between this and the other.
Well, that and their platform is like an exact size and shape. I've looked at it. It's a really good design.
Well, yeah, but I think this platform. I think this looks like the same shape to me. It is a half arc out there. If you look all the way down.
Go. I think I'm good. Unless I feel like putting all my silk touch pick is not. It's fine. It's fine. The only now I gotta put the sword down. You see the sword?
No. It's in the return box.
It's good sword.
Oh, very nice.
Specifically for Enderman.
Dude, it's like exactly like my sword. Look at it. Isn't that amazing? It's ironic how it has the exact same chance my sword has.
You promote Orange Chad too, yeah.
Nah, it's got sweeping edge, it's got looting, it's got the things that my sword's missing. It's very nice. My sword's good, don't get me wrong. My sword is fine.
Okay, that's fine.
Messages.
Okay.
Pack, don't leave me. Those chickens scare me. Why are there so many chickens there? Who threw all the eggs?
Well, the thing is, whenever you come by here, you pick up an egg.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. And then what you do with them is you get rid of them. The easiest way to get rid of them, throw them on the ground.
No, I'm keeping them. I wanted to make pumpkin pie and I couldn't find any eggs. Couldn't find any eggs or chickens at your base, sir.
You want pumpkin pie? I just buy. If I want pumpkin pie, I would buy it. It's one of the trades.
You have a ton of honey. You have a ton of sugar cane. You have a ton of pumpkins. It's wasteful.
I don't think honey goes into it.
1 honey is 3 sugar.
Oh.
It just converts directly.
Well, that makes sense.
I was hoping it was just a sugar alternative. Anywhere you use sugar, you could use a bottle of honey. But nope.
God dang it.
Sorry if that soup slurp came through the mic.
I wonder why it's F for respects. And evidently one of the kids has found a good food.
Oh, nice. Good. I have not, like I was mentioning that when you left, I'm eating a bowl of pho that I got from a restaurant here. And I have not had a decent made bowl of this. Like, I've tried to make it on my own, or I've tried to, like, the little instant packets. And the flavoring's okay, but it's not the same, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been slowly eating this bowl for, like I said, like 4 or 5 hours now. And it's just tasty. I'm really enjoying it.
Wait, there's a thing in life in the life of food that you've actually had, Steve? I'm amazed.
Steve eats pie?
Steve doesn't usually eat like anything. Whenever we're talking about food, it's something Steve has either never had or can't have.
Really? Food allergies?
I think so. Oh, I didn't put down my sponge. Dang it. And I gave you an extra 2 of my sponge, by the way, I think. I got 17. I think I had 19. I either had 19 or 21.
It's quite possible. I have, I'm not even gonna try and count them, but I can give you some easily.
I should have killed that creeper when I just saw him, too. I'm low on... Oh, crap, I'm stuck in the thing.
You get a phantom into the nether? Like if it swoops at you through a portal?
Oh, yeah, you could do it. Crap,
I dried out most of these sponges in your nether tunnel.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to do the same thing.
I was actually in the middle of nowhere. I wanted to find that third room because I had seen it with the sponges, so I actually made another portal. Went to the end, dried out a whole bunch of sponges, and then noticed that where I appeared, there were half slabs on the cliff up above me. So I think my nether portal is still connected to somebody way the frig out there. These 2 are yours, by the way. You said 2, right?
It was either 2 or 4. I either had 19 or 21, I can't remember, and I have 6,
you know,
I have 17
I
right
say I had 34 extra. It was just over half a stack.
And how many do you currently have?
Well, now I have 34 extra.
Beautiful, thank you.
64, 64, 34. 128 plus 34. 58,
wow.
162.
You're taking damage. I don't know why that was happening.
But I'm not, though. Oh, my armor's a little ticked, I guess. Huh, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened, but I am gonna take a nap while we're in the area.
I'm trying to figure out where I left my bed, so I actually have a spawn point again.
You don't know where you left your bed?
I'm assuming I put it into one of the shulker boxes to make room.
Oh! I thought you mean like in the world.
I don't have one in the world right now. Last I slept was right here on the edge of the cliff. As I slept like 3 or 4 nights ago, but I picked the bed back up after I did that.
I'm surprised you don't just use the one in the middle of this area right now.
Yeah, have you ever tried to get out of that area when you don't have a firework? I gotta climb up a mountain and climb down a mountain.
In the middle of Goodland?
Yeah.
Huh.
Goodland's a big, flat, open area surrounded by mountains.
True.
Not Fire Red Lily. I actually used the bed, the building bed from Goodland. We have a little hut on the other side of the.
That's the one that she's talking
Minecraft
about.
wall. Oh, that's the safety one?
Emeth originally put that there, yeah.
Oh, okay. So yes, I did. I thought there was a bed closer to Patron Ghost Splat.
No, because they gotta put it on the side the Patreons can actually like sleep.
Oh, they can't use a bed?
Nope. Not on this side.
Some things are weird.
On the other hand, it would be kind of weird if we just had somebody just randomly spawn in our place.
Yeah, I agree. That would also be a little bit weird, but I tend to lean to the side of people are not gonna be a jerk. If they slept in a bed in my base, then it was for a good reason, and they needed to do it. It was where they died, you know, something like that. There would be a good reason. Not they're trying to be creepy. Aw, Pack, I had individual chests, man.
Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't like it. I couldn't do it.
I definitely did not do that on purpose to see if you could fix it.
I fixed it.
I saw. Oh, did you see there was a petition for us to redo the Terraria world into a drunk world?
I already got a drunk world.
Yeah, but I want access to both the materials, so I started a petition.
Oh, you started the petition.
And it's been signed by 50% of the people who play. And when I explained it that way, I think it was either Blessed or Implied agreed with me that we should restart in the world because 50% of the people on the server. I'm like, it's just me and Pack, and they're like, oh, okay.
I'm gonna start removing the water from the top so we can start working on it.
Okay. Tackle the mountain too?
Yeah.
Because we do have some flattening. Like you said, you wanted to focus on flattening. We have some flattening around the river to do on both sides to shore it up, so to speak.
Yeah, but it's there and it's bothering me.
No. We can do whatever you want.
I was about to pull out a rocket because I couldn't figure out how to get to the top of this thing. Yeah, it's filled with water.
Wait, what? What's filled with water?
The mountainside. I just had to float up it.
Oh, yeah. You were trying to figure out how to get up to the top?
Yeah.
And then you remembered you could swim.
Yeah, that's
well, see, if you were like me, you would have brought ender pearls back. That way you could just ender pearl to the top. I got some blocks down here. I finished chopping down the edge over here. I will be up in a moment.
Tempted. I am so tempted to just go ahead and put like a giant sheet, a giant curtain over the top of this thing, so it kills all of the mycelium. Just build a flat platform above this, flood it, and then remove the platform. I'm so tempted.
You should do that, and I promise I will not, while you're doing that, dig up every piece of mycelium underneath it so you think it happened instantly. And then when you do it to a really large area, thinking that works, I will be sitting in chat chuckling.
Okay, so that's gone. I just want to get rid of some of the mycelium up here before I start moving water.
There's a little ravine ridge. Should I not be filling that in? There's like a one wide trench, a little hole, and then it wove over to the fence.
I don't know. The little ravine, I think, was just to keep it from flooding out. You could fill it in. It's fine.
No problem. Okay.
Yeah. There are skeleton horses on the top of the other mountain. Why?
How'd they get there?
I'm assuming.
Somebody ride them up?
I'm assuming there was a rainstorm and one split.
But do the skeletons just die in the fire over there?
Oh, like, skeletons don't die.
Well,
the skeletons. I'm sorry, the skeletons die.
Wasn't it ride them, right?
Yeah. The skeletons die. The horses don't. You're right.
Huh. Nah, we're pretty sure it's you, Fel, Umbra. So, do you mean Fel is evil? Because I know Umbra is a cloud, right? So you're just like an evil cloud? Or no, Umbra is a shadow. You're an evil shadow. Hey, I was perfectly balanced in those stream of waters to not flow left or right.
Well, you're still perfectly balanced.
True. I'm gonna put the other sponges away and just keep half a stack on me. Because I don't need to be walking around with 2.5 stacks of sponges. Okay.
Damn it.
What happened?
If I place grass and I right-click on it, it's it's derpy. That's all.
Oh, you're doing the double-handed?
Yeah.
I don't like the double-handed thing. That actually sounds like a familiar author's name, man.
Double-handed?
No. Velembra's chat. Talking about where the name came from, the author of the books and such.
Oh.
So I don't have any filler blocks. You got extra filler blocks before I head down?
Yeah, I got... Hold on. Stack of that, stack of that.
Thank you.
There's a small little lake up here.
Are we hitting a waterfall?
Oh no.
To the river?
No. Well, at the moment I want... This is going to end up probably being the roller coaster.
Okay. Okay.
Hose work for more than leaves. They also remove mycelium. I don't. We tried that.
Are you calling my attention to the attention span comments implied? Is that the one?
You're holding a hoe on you right now, right?
I have a very low health hoe, but yes.
Try using it on a mycelium block.
It doesn't do anything, does it?
No. But just make them feel better.
But no, they can just go watch the VOD from yesterday where we tried that out already. Like, we literally did that yesterday when they said hoe the mycelium. Or 2 days ago? Whatever it was. We tested that. Doesn't that work?
Yes, we did.
Doesn't work. It does break sponges fast.
Yes, it does. It does do that. That's not going to help us right now. Well, not in the
It
number of
helps a
sponges.
little bit. Actually, let me... I'm just going to start taking a good chunk of this water away. That way, I don't have to swap between what I'm doing. There. Water's gone. And now... I can just focus on getting rid of the mycelium. In Path of Exile, like 2 or 3 leagues ago, they introduced the league mechanic was tower defense. Literally tower defense.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about a giant mushroom that spreads and grows, and you have to try to stop it from all the things it summons and blah blah blah. And in the game, they're like, there's more, the mycelium is spreading, blah blah blah. And then the character gets frustrated and goes, new roots. And I'm like, we all play Minecraft, we know what that is. You don't need to explain that part of the thing. We got you. We're good.
Go. Side's looking pretty good. I think we're good. We're gonna have to come through here with bone meal when it's done too, of course.
For
grass? Grass, yeah.
Do we have a grass farm somewhere?
A grass farm? Well, just a little bone meal on there will just add a little bit of wildness to it. It's fine. Grass farm?
It's a popular server. There should be a grass farm somewhere, man. Somebody should have built. Felumbra, get on a grass farm, man. I hear you laughing.
I can see him going like, why?
I think he just lightly landed on my head. You're like, no, you're going too far now, Kristen.
Okay, now at this point... Okay, so I'm saying that, like, right here... Kristen? I think this is the part... Oh, thank you. Go. Well, now I have more sponge. Okay, Felumber, you need to take a couple back. Here, just so I can have an even stack. Now. Here. Take those.
That's yours, by the way. Or no, is that mine? I think that's yours.
I think that's yours.
23 plus 8. Yep, I'm down by 1. Alrighty.
Oh, incoming.
Yep.
Thank you, Felumber.
Every night last night, when I tried to kill friggin' creepers to get home faster, I got to kill 2 out of the 4 of these things, and then daylight would happen.
Okay, so I'm thinking that at this point, where I am right now, basically where the water is starting to finally catch up to, at this point we're just going to start, yeah, we're going to remove, so don't bother with the mycelium beyond this point, really.
Alrighty.
I even think that I want to remove a little bit of the width of the mountain here, too.
Wait, did more already show up? I just killed 1, there were only 3, and now there's 4 again. Okay, let's get some light up here because that'll help the grass grow faster. Oh no, I shouldn't be concerned. Doesn't look like there's much mycelium left on the wild side, is there?
Just a little. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, this is all mycelium I dug out of here. Put down a little bit of grass here and there. I like color green, but maybe that's why I like the wild side a little bit better than ours right now. It's because it's all nice and bright and green.
Okay, so I'm looking at this here, and what I'm thinking that we just take this mountain here, and we make it thinner from like this point over. What do you think?
I need to get to where you are. Like you want to cut it thin, like, which way?
Like take this part and just cut it straight that way, flat, so it's a sheer clip like that. I mean, so like sheer-ish. Yeah, like sheer-ish. Like put it to like a 70 or 80 degree angle instead of like a.
Yeah, drop like 5 blocks.
Yeah, so
6 blocks. Yeah.
I'm thinking that. I mean, at this point, I think it's too thick. We unthicken it, and then we do the tapering the other direction too. So double thin. Yeah, I'm gonna start removing this.
Alrighty. I'm gonna take care of a little mycelium we got up on top here, just so it doesn't spread back to all the stuff we unwatered.
That's one of the reasons I was doing it, because I was just mentioning that because I can now just cut off that mycelium right there. It ain't gonna do nothing.
Reagan, I hear you, you stupid phantoms.
They like you.
I haven't slept in a while.
I guess
I
not.
Bed, set my spawn point, but... Thank you, Phil. Ah, that's actually what I needed. My inventory's full. That's here. Let me give you some of that back. But that's all I can carry. Thank you.
He hooked you up.
Yeah, like an entire inventory full. Not just my free space full, an entire inventory full of grass. Basically just gonna edge this.
There we go. Water's out of the way. Oh, hi. Okay, that's the edge.
Okay, so I need you back up here for a second, Pack, because apparently one of the water blocks I got rid of on the Patreon side was the entire water up here. Where did you want to cut down again? Before I do too much replacement? Was it one higher than this, or...?
Start tapering here.
Wait, way back there?
I think so. Well, you know, let's say.
Oh, you were standing down here last time.
Yeah, let's say that this is the platform right here that's going to remain flat, and then like right here. Yeah, we'll count that glass block right there. How about that?
So
that's gonna that'll be the edge of the cliff for like right there, and then taper from that point for a little bit, and we'll try to make it look more natural at that point. So all the dirt from that point can be removed because we're going to be tapering the thing. So.
Yep, that's I'm just gonna start removing dirt.
Here we go again.
That brings a song to my mind.
Removing dirt? Oh, I haven't.
No, here we go again.
Oh, that could be a lot of songs. I have one from the '90s in my head, so.
I got one from pretty recently.
Okay, now maybe that's a little loud. For what we're doing, I don't need to hear every dirt removed.
Huh. I just realized I haven't turned my volume back up since the Ender Render, and it's still plenty loud for me.
Yeah, that was just mine was at like 15%. I just put it at 30.
Yeah, but F, I believe, is from PewDiePie.
Really?
I think that he's the guy who started that, or maybe he just really popularized it. But yeah, F in chat for respects for whatever he was talking about. He's not a person I watch, so I don't know. But
no, I don't. You don't need to watch. He's the type of guy you don't have to watch and know stuff about him. That's understandable.
Yeah, just hear it.
I don't know jack all about the guy, so.
I think he's a decent guy. I think he filled a pretty good role and pushed YouTube significantly forward in its predominance.
Yep.
You know, he did good things, but they banned him from their site because of some content from like 15 years ago.
Did they actually ban him from YouTube?
Yeah. Or no. I don't think they. I think they give him the slap on the wrist, and they canceled most of his
sponsorship deals.
Like that. Yeah.
Well, the sponsorship deals canceled him. That they do that directly.
Yeah. I don't know how.
Because they don't want to be. They don't want to be seen in the same likes as this one guy. It's really stupid. It's really stupid.
Yeah.
I don't get it. And I'm not a fan or anything like that, but that sucked. That sucked for him. That was stupid.
The stuff that's been going on, it feels like people are paying for crimes that they've already righted. You know, is this something that happened a decade ago? He paid the price. He did the things. He's made amends, and now he does a lot of good work in other areas. Isn't that punishing people who have changed their ways for the better? It seems like negative.
Our Discord's going wonky.
Oh, Robotty?
Robotty. Am I Robotty to you?
Yeah, let me get back. So that'd be me. Let me get my cookies.
Okay.
Why is there a right at my feet? What in the freaking...
I can't understand a word you're saying, what you're frickin' fracking about.
They're away from me. Can you understand me now?
No.
No?
No. Direct call. Better? You're still Robotty.
Yeah, I think,
Oh, wait. No, there we go. You're better now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I had a peek. My Ethernet connection was actually doing significant work. And now it's not. Did Steam just download something? Steam is one of the few things, why I question it, it's one of the few things that can actually make the Google connection use a lot of its bandwidth. No, I just have an update for hard space there. I wonder what that was. Well, let me know if it happens again, but Felumbra, shooting me with arrows is not a way to get my attention to tell me I'm Robotty. Jerk. That's awesome. Ah, Steve, okay. I do know the notoriety outside of that circle, though, did come from PewDiePie using it in his review of memes or something like that, and just have to respect the guy who just died in the meme or something.
It's definitely gone beyond the original placement right now.
Yeah, Steve was saying it used to be how you respect somebody you just shot in Call of Duty. So how you respected your enemy or something like that.
So it's actually from a really popular game. I did not know that. I don't know Call of Duty, so... It still amazes me that you don't know the What's in a Box thing is from that Seven Sins movie. Oh, I know that. Yeah. I did know that. I just haven't watched it a lot. It's been a while since I saw the movie, so I wouldn't... I know about the movie. I don't know the quotes from the movie.
Okay. That's probably like the worst part of the whole movie. And you keep quoting it during Spelunky, and I'm like, I don't think that's right.
Yeah, I'm not quoting it from the movie. I'm just quoting
we've had that discussion. We're like, no, it's popular and from somewhere else. I'm like, I still... I don't know.
It may be popular from somewhere else, but there's a box in front of me, and I want to know what's in it.
It is such an iconic phrase now. People just use it everywhere. But that is where it originally came from. Was just Brad Pitt screaming at Morgan Freeman, asking what's in the box.
What's in the box, man? What's in the box?
If you ask, I'm going to tell you. There's a reason he's screaming it like that.
Oh, I remember. He had very good reason.
Yep. Although he was playing a bit of a dick character in that movie.
I don't think there were any nice characters in that movie.
Morgan Freeman.
Except Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
We just both corrected that at the same time. Except Morgan Freeman. He's always a nice guy.
Yeah, he played a nice guy. The guy just trying to get it done. Kevin Spacey is a bad guy. He plays bad guys pretty well. I'll give him that. I also really liked him in K-Pack. Did you ever see that one?
No.
I recommend that movie. It was a movie he refused to play because they wanted him to be the doctor that's in it, and he wanted to be the patient. And they finally got enough people together to do it, and it came out as a really decent movie. Little commentary insight about mental health and stability and stuff like that, but just overall a really decent.
Oh, I thought he was like supposed to be an alien or something.
He is supposed to be an alien. That's what he thinks. He's from K-Pack.
Okay.
K-Pax. And it's great though, because it's the doctor that's talking with him and figuring all this stuff out and how it just goes around the circles. It's a very good what's actually going on movie. Is it real? Is it false? There's enough truth. There's enough falsehood. What's going on? It's a good movie. It's up there with The Game for me, for one of my all-time favorite movies. And The Game is basically, you watch it once, it's not the same the second time, but it is a great once. It is an unbelievable once.
Ow!
Did I hit you? No? What
Well, I just got hit by a flaming arrow that was on a block up here.
Wait, really? I wondered if that happened. So he shot the arrow, it landed, and that's his responsibility of the fire of the damage is done from there? So they can attack us. I knew it. I knew there was no safety in this.
F to pay respect is from a Call of Doggy single-player cutscene at the start of the game.
Call of Doggy. Nice.
Is that what you're trying to get my attention for? Thank you, Implied Slight. I was trying to avoid saying that.
So Implied Sight doesn't think we'd seen the movies? Is that what happened?
No, he just like put the big spoiler right out there.
Yeah.
It's actually you know Luke's he's actually Luke's father. Yeah.
See, I cared so much about Star Wars when that's still not a big line to me. I'm like, who freaking cares? Like, so what? Everybody started somewhere. Biggest thing that's bugging me in Star Wars right now is whatever movie Rey was in, the first one, I don't remember the title of it, but it's supposed to be like the series reboot.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally the first Star Wars movie over again. I'm like, how? And my two friends who are Star Wars fans are like, "Oh, that was awesome." I'm like, "That was friggin' Luke stranded on a freaking desert. The Jedi coming to find him." I'm like, "What?"
Well, they pretty much literally copied the movie, but they did it well. And that's the only
did it well. I thought it was a
that's
decent
the only
movie.
one that I thought was a decent movie. Everyone after that, I just hate. I can't.
No, dude, I loved Rogue One. Was it?
Oh, that's a good movie. But for the ones in the main line,
that was good. Yeah, I'm like, and you know, going in, they're all gonna die, but it's going to be. They did make you care for them. The only people I've ever cared about in Star Wars.
That battle at the end was
it was epic.
Spectacular.
It was, not only was it epic, but in the back of my head, I'm also sitting there like, I don't know where this was shot, but I want a week vacation there because beach on both sides, palm trees down the middle. I'm like, that just looks beautiful. But yeah, that end battle, oh yeah. I really liked Rogue One. But that was the last one I watched in the theaters. I've let them go watch. Normally I'll tag along. I can't do it anymore.
I haven't even. I can't give it. I've seen too.
You've got to understand.
Bad
these
things
guys.
About it.
Yeah, these are the guys. One of my friends dresses up as Red 5. You know, the guy in the thing. He looks like he's won cosplay awards wearing that outfit. It's like they're very much into it. Every time we get together, it's them talking about the Mandalore, which I've heard good things, and I like the director and the story, so I might check that out. But they're diehard.
Yeah, I might see that.
You know, the above and beyond. and I can't do it anymore. I don't want to negatively impact their enjoyment, so I stay away. I would very much like to spend time with those guys. You know, they're my friends. They're my best friends. And just, you know, go into the movies. That's what you do. Have a good time, talk about stuff, share experiences. That's called friendship, guys.
Well,
but I don't want to be a negative impact on their experience.
They screwed up the entire idea by not going in with a plan. Why would you take the biggest franchise, the biggest sci-fi franchise that there is, and go in for a trilogy with all the bucks of Disney, with all the time, all the abilities, and be like, oh, we'll wing it movie to movie. Really?
I know.
This is like the dumbest thing I have ever heard. And then they take the first guy, and he just does like a copy of the first movie. He's like, okay, so this is the way it's going. And then the second guy goes down some philosophical route that makes no sense to the rest of the movies. And then they're like, okay, we screwed up. So for the third movie to end the trilogy, it's like, no, we're gonna put everything back the way it was. Bring the Emperor back, because that had to happen. Oh yeah.
But
you know, the dead guy.
I thought this was supposed to be after. Is that who
the dead
bad guy was hinted at? Was he's not actually dead?
Oh, they just start the movie with it. I mean, it's not even a spoiler because they like start the movie with it.
Spoilers? Okay, so spoilers don't spoil things for me. They'll get my interest to go see how it actually happens.
Yeah,
I actually like knowing what's going to happen. I like waiting for it, the build up and all that.
I can understand on some spoilers and stuff like attention chat in Star Wars. Only 3 people. Okay, I'm not gonna read all this crap. I'm having my opinion time. No, they just screwed it up so bad. Honestly, what they were doing in the second one, I found interesting. I didn't know it was like I didn't like the execution of a lot of the story in the background, but I liked what they did with like who Rey was and stuff like that. Some of the stuff they could have like done something with, but no, they just chucked the whole thing out the window. I was like, no, we need to completely retcon all that in like the first half hour, then make the first movie again.
So I do remember coming out of the first one and my friends being, well, that wasn't exactly what I wanted. And I'm like, no, hold on, guys. Look at it in this light. They are not really targeting you guys. They're targeting your kids. They want a version of Star Wars to get that age group into Star Wars.
Yeah, and I
look at it through that light and see what happens. And then they're like, okay, from that side point, they're introducing a lot of stuff we already know, because that was one of their complaints: too much exposition.
You know what really killed me on Star Wars? Beyond all the other stuff, the thing that this happened in the first movie, and then after the first movie, I was like, oh, that's a bad sign. And I've talked about this on my channel before. This is the thing that I was just like, okay, this is a problem. Everything's about to go bad. Do you remember in the first movie when they had the battle between like Kyle Ren and Rey, and then they had Finn and all that stuff? Mm-hmm. Remember when Finn got like slashed in the back with a lightsaber?
And it bounced off his armor?
No, it like cut his jacket, and that's it. And he wasn't wearing armor.
I thought he was wearing like one of the stolen suits of. Well, anyways, yeah. Okay.
No,
yeah. The lightsaber went from the most deadliest weapon in the world to
it could cut leather, and it was fixed in the next movie without explanation. Without explanation, jacket's fine.
Oh, the jacket's fine.
Jacket's
I thought you were going to say.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't fix the. No, jacket's fine.
There was you fixed it by them injuring him in the next movie.
Do you remember? It's like, you remember in the older movies and even the prequels, there was like arms gone, there were legs gone, there were people cut in the midriff, there were hands that were removed from main characters just by like that because it's a lightsaber. It's basically like a plasma in your hand. This it's designed for the sole purpose of cutting through everything.
Yeah.
But leather.
No, I got you.
It stops at leather. Yeah. At that point, they're like holding. They're like taking the lightsaber, the classic, the beautiful, the simplest. They did the same thing with Ghostbusters. They take this beautiful, simplistic, awesome design, and they like add doodads to it. They can't just keep the lightsaber as the lightsaber. They gotta add the dual saber. They gotta add the saber with the points coming out the side. They gotta add like the nunchuck saber.
They've always been doing that crap. Here's the guy with 2 of them. Here's the guy with the 2-hander. Here's the guy with the staff.
A two-hander is just having 2. Okay, that's just having 2. Taking 2. I can understand even taking those 2 and putting them together and having 2 there. That's the last straw as far as I'm concerned. Anything beyond taking 2 and putting them back to back, when you have there are lightsaber frickin' whips.
Mm-hmm.
In the books and stuff like that.
Makes more sense than the sword that has a crossguard built into it somehow. I'm like, okay, I could see you making like
but everyone else is like
whips a la Iron Man, you know, it's like that. That's enough of a disbelief for me.
And everyone else is looking at this as like, oh, it's so cool. Oh, it's so interesting. Oh, look at what they've done. Oh, they made lightsaber even better. Oh, look at this. Like, no, it was already freaking cool. It's a freaking lightsaber. That's the freaking point. And then they like nullify its entire use by saying, okay, now they have like an electrical version. What the? Why do they have an electrical version? Why does the stormtroopers going around carrying a thing that has an electrical charge that can stop why is this a thing? Why is this able to exist in a world where that's supposed to be like the ultimate thing?
No. See, that part I could understand. That part when I saw it, because my friends were really upset about that. I'm like, it's been like 20, 30 years. I do think it's about time. They don't have that caliber of a weapon.
Well, see, now
but they at least kind of made something that can stop it, so they're not, oh, the guy's a lightsaber, I might as well just stop because he's going to slice me in 2, nothing happens.
Before it was midichlorians. Forgive me, I'm bringing that up.
Before
I bring that up, I'm sorry I even brought that up as like I said, I
don't like the inclusion of that.
Yeah, but notice I said before there were midichlorians. Basically, the whole Jedi thing was like, dude, they were magic fighting wizards, okay? There was no explanation as to how they do the things that they do. They could just frickin' do them, and every once in a while, there's someone on a planet who could frickin' do it, and they gotta train them to
There was an explanation. It's, hey, there's a light and a dark side, and these guys can control both.
Right, but basically
with that balance.
But they're night wizards. They're night wizards. That's what they are. They are magic, okay? That's essentially a thing. And the magic technology fuse made like the ultimate weapon. And I was fine with that, like being like the only way you could get this ultimate technology. That's like the adamantium of their world. As far as I was concerned, that was awesome, and that's where it should have stayed. That was their adamantium. There's nothing beyond that point. Now, don't forgive me, because in comics, I'm sure they've done a few. They've also added vibranium, which is like the anti-adamantium and stuff like that. But adamantium is still like the thing. There's nothing stronger than it. There never will be something stronger with it, because if they add something stronger with it, they just screwed up their entire freaking comic in the past.
Yeah, it's the wonderflonium, it's the unobtainium, it's
the
thing that
it was
like
powers
the universe.
And it was just like one of those things where like it was a miracle of nature, where everything just kind of miracle of nature and science that they just happened to come up with that, and it's just they did it and they can't replicate it very easily, so it's just there. As far as I'm concerned, that's what they should have done with the lightsabers in Star Wars. They should have kept that as that. There's nothing that equals that, and it can only be handheld as that, because that is the thing that makes them awesome. I mean, beyond all the other stuff they do, like, that's the Space Wizard's weapon. Yeah, the Space Wizard's weapon is like untouchable.
But isn't it supposed to be the crystal inside of it is actually what resonates the Force with a Jedi, and then the whole thing around it is just allowed?
Yeah, they explained it in the books. In the books and some of the series, they did explain it, but it didn't need an explanation. It's Space Wizard mumbo jumbo awesome weapon thing.
Yeah. But I just mean is like that was what they did, is like, here's the thing that can really do the Force well, and it's this organic crystal-y thing that chooses the wizard, i.e. sort of thing.
Right, that was a brilliant way of doing it.
Is just your stylization of how you don't melt your hands off while you're holding it.
Right.
It's like that was enough of a technical discussion for me,
and that's all I needed.
Melded these two worlds together.
And that's all I needed. They didn't have to be like, okay, now we're going to turn into such and such and the other thing, and this and that and this and that and this and that, and then now technology can have a thing to counter it. I don't think technology should have had a way to counter it. I think that it should have stayed, dude, they still have the ultimate weapon. Back off. Give them space. Either that or send 1,000 things after them to die. You know, because that's just going to be, that's just the thing that they do.
That's your option. That's what you do. Yeah.
Right. I was fine with that, and they should have stuck the frick with it. And they did, like I said, they did the same thing with when they tried to reboot Ghostbusters. And they did the exact same freaking thing. And I was actually watching Nostalgia Critic, and he's one of my favorite guys because he's one of those guys that calls me on all this crap and everything. I don't agree with everything that any critic says. That's the point of a critic. You're supposed to go watch a critic, and you're supposed to know their styles and know what they enjoy, what they don't enjoy, and take their critique and apply it to what you would enjoy. And I do that with him.
Exactly.
Right? Dude, he saw... one of the things that he liked in the Ghostbusters movie was that they made all this newfangled cool technology and like the gauntlets and the whips and the this and the... No! They were strapping a nuclear reactor to their back and could barely contain the damn thing in a beam. That's the technology. That's the point. It's their adamantium.
Yep. Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty backpack.
Right. That's the freaking point. You don't turn it into a gauntlet. You don't make it into nunchucks. I don't care if it's pretty. That's not the point.
My biggest problem with the new movies, I never saw them. So
I didn't either. I just watched every review about them. And I know enough about that movie that I do not freaking need to see it.
So people who have seen my videos or watched me screening, this is years ago, so I don't expect anybody to remember, but I generally play female characters, and I prefer video games and stories with female main leads. I don't care if they're the good guy, the bad guy, whatever you're playing. I find those stories more interesting. That is always what I like. It's just what I go to for video games because that involves that side of entertainment more than movies do. It's almost always the hero, and then the side piece that helps them out. You know, that's it. And that just pisses me off. So when they were doing the remake and they announced an all-female cast for the Ghostbusters, I was like, heck yeah, this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And then the first review came out and said it's literally the same movie, except they threw every bad woman cliche they could into it. And I'm like, I don't want to see that. I wanted to see an actual story with just where the stories were being told and they happen to be women.
They got good comedians. They did not get good, scripts. They did not get a good story. They did not get a good script. They did not get a good anything. They just got good comedians and said, okay, now make a movie. And the director was like the worst.
That can work sometimes.
Yes, that can work. That worked the first time. It literally, they did not expect it to blow up the first time. They did not expect that movie to be huge. They thought it was be a throwaway movie. No one thought that was going to be that big of a deal.
No,
and it was like one of the best comedy of all time. Yeah.
It's such a beloved franchise. Yeah. You still can't ask anybody who you're gonna call. I mean, it had that much of a societal impact.
Mm-hmm. And by a franchise, it's like a whole 2 movies. But the first movie was so
great
good.
Movies.
People mock the second one. I enjoy the second one. It may not be the perfect movie, but it is.
Guys, just go back and look at the first one. The first one is freaking hilariously bad. But
anybody who's not seen and it was made at a time when you could actually get away with making good jokes, and it's just
people actually ask me why I watch MASH so often, and I'm like, there's a couple of moments where they say the wrong things, but in general, it's just comedy before political correctness.
Right.
Where it's meant to be funny, it's not meant to be hurtful. And I'm like, okay, I appreciate that in comedy.
As do I.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why one of the reasons I enjoy it. The other reason I enjoy it, okay, I know I side tangent this pretty hard.
We just side tangent from
characters.
I don't even know how we got to Star Wars, man.
I think I mentioned something when I was digging down the hill, and we've just been going off on it ever since. But my favorite character from MASH, from the first few seasons, is actually Frank Burns.
And I don't know anything about MASH. You got to forgive me on this one. That is not a series I've gotten into.
So in MASH,
if you said
you're supposed to be rooting for Hawkeye and BJ. They're like the guys that are in there just to save lives. War is crap and blah. We shouldn't be fighting. We're just here to save lives. Blah blah blah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And Frank is the doctor who's the by the book. He's all 100% military, wants the career, etc., so on and so forth. But you take one step back from that thing, and the actor who plays Frank Burns is literally the butt of every joke, and it's the same joke every single time. But he plays it so well. He is such a great straight man. He does such a perfect job. He is the butt of the same joke in every single episode, and I laugh every single time because he pulls it off so well. Is like if it wasn't for Frank to be there for everybody else to circle around and go, well, no, that's inhumane. You can't believe that. Blah blah blah. It's just. Which you need me to shoot you with an arrow, Felumbra? Is that what's going on here? Anyways, I really appreciate the guy who was the actor for Frank Burns, and I appreciate all the jokes, and I especially love the episode where Frank gets the one-up on everybody. They just gave him an episode where all of his pranks and all of his jokes just are one-up on everybody else, and everybody just kind of shakes their heads and takes it. Anyways. But yeah, age of comedy before political correctness, when they were still trying to be politically correct. And I still sit there and I'm like, wow, I can't believe this episode existed.
There is ways to be politically correct and still have comedy. It's just, there was a time I don't know, man.
I changed my opinion on that recently. Well, recently within the last 6-7 years. I've always believed comedy, stereotypical comedy and stereotypes and stuff like that, to me were acceptable because they were a representation of just the way things were, not the way mean people wanted things to be. But I've actually come across far too many people that I believe now tell those jokes that are actually saying them because they believe them and not because they think they're funny. And these are people that are close to me. So I'm just extremely uncomfortable with racial jokes anymore that I always just thought people were told to be fun. I'm pretty sure they're not being told to be fun.
I'm not even just talking about like racial jokes. Racial jokes are just like wrong. I mean,
but
there's also
people. I
you should
100%
be able
believe
to,
everything's funny or nothing's funny. I 100% believe that, but I also try to feel when people are telling the jokes for the wrong reason.
Yeah, but you should be able
just because you're telling a joke
and
doesn't
tell
mean
a
you're
joke
not
and do stuff in a movie.
That's basically it.
If that is how somebody would do it, if in real life, if that's how a person frickin' talks, if that's how people talk in the real life, well, then
so
I don't care how
Weapon
politically
3.
correct it is. It's still that's just how things are sometimes, you know?
Yeah, Lethal Weapon 3. I forget the name of the actor, but the Asian actor. The joke is the flied lice, right? The Asian actor wanted that in there. He's like, we cannot have a joke, we cannot have a scene between your guys and me and not do that joke. It's simply impossible.
Right.
So it's like, he understood the joke. He understood that it's just a lingual thing, and it's not a racial thing. It's a lingual accent. Mm-hmm. And it's like, that's great, but that would not fly in this day and age. You could not do that.
Right.
Because people think it's there to be mean. And I unfortunately am on the side of the point where there's enough people who would say it to be mean that I don't find it funny anymore.
On the other hand, I also can understand. I mean, like you said, there are people out there that do see all these jokes. And they see people. There are the people that have some brains and they watch this stuff, and there's a lot of other people out there who are like, he made a race joke. I mean, that's the problem. And honestly, if we lose the comedy to make society a little bit better, I'd be fine with that. If now we just need to make society a little bit better. It's just fine. I don't want to lose the comedy for nothing, right?
Yep. I agree. It's like I watched the old Warner Brothers cartoons, which I really thank Whoopi Goldberg for doing that intro.
Yeah.
This represents the thing of the time. But it's like, now that I understand the references, I have fond memories of watching those as a kid. I don't find them enjoyable anymore either. It's like, I can remember the fun I had from it, but no, I mean, like, now that I know what the people who wrote these meant...
Well, it was also at the time...
Those guys are freaking jerks.
Yeah, but it was also at the time, that was, like, the social commentary. That's how people talk. That's what people saw around them. It wasn't just, like, being mean. It was just, like, that's what you saw down the street, right? Sometimes it wasn't just trying to be mean. Like, I mean...
Sometimes it was just representing what the world was going on.
It is not a representation of what's going on now, and that's what makes it mean now.
No, exactly. And that's what her opening says. Is like, look, this is we decided not to edit these or change these because this is the way the world was, and we're not going to pretend it wasn't that way. But if you watch these, keep in mind that these are not good things anymore. You know, it's like, I forget the exact wording, but that's kind of where she goes with it.
Yeah, and Warner Brothers was brilliant to be able to do that. I do agree. And Disney does the whole Song of the South, it doesn't exist thing, which I hate that.
Well, we're done. It's over.
That's why I love Warner Brothers a heck of a lot more than I like Disney. I mean, I like some... Disney is just so clean. Well, they are now, but they still do things differently. It eventually happened. That one of them won, and unfortunately, I think it was the wrong side. It was the side that pretends to be PC instead of the one that like is actually good and funny. And
did you see all the legal stuff that Disney was trying to do with Spider-Man?
No.
Like this was a few years ago when Sony, I guess, has the rights for Spider-Man movies for like decades or something like that.
Yeah.
They've secured those rights, and they were like, no, you know what? You're not getting it back for any more MCU Spider-Man. He can't come back. We're not doing any more. And there was this whole epic battle and the public opinion and everything like that. And everybody's like, you know, Disney, if you just hadn't paid off all those judges and lawyers to extend copyright issues, Spider-Man would be public domain and you could do whatever you wanted with him. You wouldn't have to pay off Sony to get anything anymore. It's one of those little bite 'em in the butt moments. I heard they.
I like Marvel. I like Warner Brothers. I like Fox. I like a lot of the stuff. I hate Disney. I hate Disney as a company. I'm not a fan. I don't like.
Here's my stance on Disney. If you can be okay with them keeping their corporate offices closed because of COVID, while they reopen their theme parks, despite COVID, that's the company. That's what they're doing. Yeah, how can you be okay with that?
That's what I don't like. Disney is they're a corporation now. They're not like an entertainer. They're not like a movie company. They're not
how is that anything but evil though?
Why is there a boat here?
That's what I had to help Fellemra with. He was stuck boating down the hill.
Okay.
I broke the block and he carried on. Okay.
that was yeah, but that's what I hate about Disney. Is not a movie company. Disney is not a theme park provider. Disney is not Disney is a corporation. They are a corporation through and through, and they sell and they do everything they can to keep their image as their image, and that's it. They're not about doing the right thing. They're about doing the
money.
And it's all about the money. And now they do a really good job of their image in there because their image is part of their bottom line. But so many people are fooled by that freaking image. I hate them. I hate fake. I absolutely hate fake, and Disney just like oozes it a lot of the time. So.
Yep. And unfortunately, they now own the rights to most of the stories I find entertaining.
They do. That they do. I mean, the only good thing about that, I don't mind somebody having the money to throw at some stuff. I just want them to keep their fingers out of it. If they can throw money at things and let them do their thing, fine. Just keep your freaking money grumpy hands out of it and let them make you the money. Stay away. But like Deadpool, what's gonna happen there? What the frick is gonna happen there?
I have no idea.
That's a scary one right there. I don't know. I mean, PG Deadpool.
Did you see it?
Oh.
Did you actually see?
Well, they did a PG-13, didn't they?
Release of it.
Didn't they do a PG-13?
Yeah. Well, maybe 13. But did you see what it was? Did you see the movie?
No, I didn't see the movie, but I heard about it. It did look funny.
Do you mind if I tell you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
the Fred Savage part, I know about.
Everybody seen The Princess Bride? Have you seen The Princess Bride?
Oh yeah.
So you know it's Columbo telling his grandson the story, right?
Yeah, I knew that's what they did with the Fred Savage part. I know that.
Yeah, Deadpool kidnaps Fred Savage and tells him the story of Deadpool 2 in the style of in the style of A Princess Bride.
Yeah.
To anybody who's read the book of A Princess Bride, they know that when Columbo skips stuff, The book literally skips those. It says, I will talk about this in chapter 500 or whatever, some future chapter that never exists. And the book actually does that. So it's like, it's one of those genius moments of storytelling that you think is like, oh, well, it's just, you know, cut out for this, cut out for that. It's not. It's great. But it just, he does such a great story of having him trapped in the bed, reenacting the scenes just enough that match up to whatever else is going on. And it is very beautifully done. But it's so much better if you saw the R-rated version first.
Right.
And then saw the censored version after. I don't think it'd be the same if they couldn't do that way. So just a completely censored and toned down Deadpool doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't work at all. And there's a lot of stuff that Fox owns that you can't do that with them. They basically only bought Fox for one reason, and it's just... It's just a bunch of bull. It's just so much a bunch of bull. They only did it just so they could get their full Marvel cover. Yeah, Deadpool's Marvel. There were like a few Marvel things that were left over, and they were owned by Fox and Sony. The Mutant was owned by Marvel, or I'm sorry, was owned by Fox. Anything mutant related was owned by Fox, and included Deadpool. So they bought all the mutants by buying Fox. And then they saw the company that they bought, and they're like, "Oh crap!" Because, well, let's just say they haven't done much with their mutant line in a while that's worth watching. Oh man, the Last Stand is, or what was it? The last Phoenix movie is like so pathetic.
I haven't seen them. I got a little burned out. After the first couple came out, I was happy. Then I got a little burned out. Basically, it's not a Wolverine movie because I trust Hugh Jackman's acting capability to make
with the exception of the first Wolverine movie.
It was okay.
Dude, the Claws, man. I lost it at the Claws. I actually, that is the movie that told me never go see a movie on opening day. That is the movie, because I went to see that movie opening day, sat there and waited in line. I saw the movie and I saw the Claws, like, what the hell? And I've never been more.
I watched The Thin Red Line, so I already learned that lesson.
That is
I watched that on opening day.
That is my lesson, and I have not seen a movie on opening day since. I refuse. No, it's not worthy. Nothing is worthy ignoring reviews. Nothing. Because I mean, if Wolverine's not worthy, nothing's worthy. I fell over. Because he was my superhero when I was growing up. I was a Wolverine kid. I enjoyed the hell out of him. And that movie was just so bad. I mean, and what they did to Deadpool in the movie. That was the two big ones. The Claws and what they did to Deadpool.
I am so happy Deadpool existed simply for the end of Deadpool 2. Mm-hmm. Where Ryan Reynolds just goes around and shoots the other Ryan Reynolds looking at the script for like Green Lantern and the other version of Deadpool and I'm like, yes, this is so beautiful. He breaks the wall, the fourth wall enough that he can go shoot the crappy incarnations of himself.
That's pretty good. That's revolutionary right there. How fourth wall breaking can he actually get away with that?
Yeah, I mean, like, that's just...
He fourth-walled himself. He fourth-walled his own character. All of them. I mean,
he fourth-walled his own character version of himself, and he fourth-walled the actor of himself, the actor who plays him. So he killed Ryan Reynolds when he's reading the Green Lantern script, and he kills the other Deadpool when they reveal him, and Hugh Jackman's just sitting there like, what? Wait, what? I'm supposed to have this epic battle with this guy. And the other Deadpool comes out and just shoots him before anything happens. I'm like, that's fourth wall that you did. Shakespeare would be applauding that, you know? He's like, that's a fourth wall break that even Shakespeare never even thought of.
Yeah.
I see some. Yeah. How did you like the Celine Dion video? I don't know if I know what you're referring to.
What are you doing with? Didn't there like a Deadpool Celine Dion thing? I didn't watch everything. I'm
not sure. Like I don't watch the trailers and stuff, so if it wasn't in the movie, I didn't see it. I've seen some of the stuff after the fact, or like on the bonus videos and stuff like that, but not. I
left a person trapped in my mountain. Well, the mountain's going, so it's fine.
How did he get trapped? I mean, if all you're doing is digging, then he can't get trapped. Did he find like a 2x?
He found a place to glide into. He's in a place where he cannot dig out.
He doesn't. He has a glider, right? And we know he has tons of fireworks, so he can just jump, right-click, and shoot himself up.
He'd be spamming that a lot before he might run out of fireworks at some point. Yeah, he's out now.
Don't believe that. I believe he has orchestrated a hostage situation of his own making, and that we should not give in to his demands. But by the way, fella, yeah, as I was gonna say, I have a lot of blocks on the ground here that are despawning, and it's all your fault.
So now you know my real opinion of Disney. And now you know I cringe whenever Good's talking about how much he loves them.
My best friend, man, loves Disney. He has stills on the wall. They got married there for their wedding before it was a wedding destination. I mean, like, he loves Disney, and for his family, it's a weekly part of their life, and I'm fine with that. You know, that's their life. They're okay with it. I
tried so hard to, and we actually went into Disney World last year. We actually went in. That was the first year I went into Disney World because I have not cared up until that point. I tried to like it.
See, I don't know enough about Disney to know if that's the Florida or California one. Is that the one I live 20 minutes from?
Whenever we go on a trip, for World of Life, it's always to Florida.
Okay.
And I tried to have fun with it so hard, and I couldn't. It just, it was, the lines alone just pissed me off to a degree that I can't say how much I hated waiting for everything. And you'd wait for a line for It's a Small World, and I don't care. I know it's a small. I don't care how small of a world is. I don't want to wait for it the whole time.
I was like, all you have to do is stand in line and listen to the music, and that's basically the ride. You're good. You don't have to do anything else. Now, I don't wish this upon anybody. I don't think this is a good thing of ha ha ha, you're cheating the system. But my mother has very, very, very bad joints. Wheelchair some of the time, cane all the time. So that actually gets us through all those lines fairly quickly.
Oh, we have a handicapped daughter. That could get us through pretty freaking easily ourselves, but...
It was like, I've never really had that thing, but like I said, I'm not a ride person. I wait in the line for the butterbeer, I wait in line to buy something in the gift shop or something.
But even then, you gotta wait in line. Everything is a wait in line. I mean, I saw the gift shop.
I said I wait in line for that.
There were two rides that I actually waited for, and that we did It's a Small World, because that was the lines was less egregious than the other ones, because it's old and defunct and who cares. And we waited for
It's old and what?
Old and defunct and who cares. It's an ancient ride.
I don't know if we heard the D part in there.
Okay, that's fine. Old, decrepit, and whatever. Okay, so that one we watched, and Space Mountain. That was the only two I even recall going into. Even Space Mountain was just like, I mean, it was a ride.
Not enough to actually remember anything about it.
It was an actual ride. The only thing that was good about it was an actual ride inside. So it was an indoor roller coaster. Okay. It's in your head again. You hate that song. It's a small world after all, though, Sylvie. I'm sorry. It's a small, small world.
Could you repeat that 5,000 times?
It's a small world after all?
Yeah. We're going for recreation realism here. Now, see, for me, It's a Small World After All. It has been replaced with Kyle's mom from the South Park movie. Because that's basically what it was. Sung by children around the world. And Michael this. I'm like, I would pay for a ride with this.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna 45 degree this to a point, and then I think we're gonna take and then turn it into like a 60 degree, and then maybe we'll take it beyond that. Let's just start with 45, and then we can look at it from beyond that.
Sounds good. I mean, I've got a section over here by the wall that's 45 already. I'm just
I know that's. I know what you're doing, and I agree with what you're doing, and we'll continue doing that. I like that thought. I ruined your day. I'm sorry,
well, see,
Sylvie. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but it's funny.
Pack is providing a service of showing you how crappy a day can be, so all your other days are better. He is literally, if he was ruined today, then every other day has just been improved a little bit. Yesterday was better than you thought.
My pick's about to die again. I think after this I am going to upgrade my other pick, so I have 2.
I'm still not going to do that. I'm just
I have a silk and a not silk anyway, so I should have
Same
2.
Here.
I just didn't upgrade the second one.
Whoa! I just rubber banded a lot in position, but work didn't. Like I'm now looking down the tunnel I just dug out, and I went back 16 blocks.
You know, Felumbra,
I'm underneath him. Take a peek.
You could be doing that side.
Yeah. Well, he's technically picking up the blocks behind me. But just look down here, Pack.
Oh, I thought you. Okay, you could do both of those things. You could do either thing. I'm just saying, if you were bored.
It rubber banded me all the way back to here after digging
annoying.
All the way over to there.
There's that wall you can't dig. Oh well, that's easy enough.
Yeah, don't dig that one block. I'm slowly taking it down, man. But the other stuff can go away. Although he wasn't here for the planning, he doesn't know exactly how we're trimming this mountain and what for, right?
He was here. He was listening the whole time.
Yeah, but see, when I'm listening, I'm not necessarily watching. So that's why I have to have you go over it again now that I'm here, because I can't say, yes, I remember you talking about it, but I didn't see where you were pointing, where you were looking. I'm not sure if it's this mountain or the other.
See, the thing is that I didn't point and like get specific because there's no specifics. This is it's supposed to look like you didn't do anything in the end of the day anyway. So.
Yeah, but I thought your roller coaster was going on the other mountains we put grass on yesterday.
This is the other half of that one.
Is it?
Yeah. It's supposed to go from one to the other. Yeah. This is just that's why, because all we really need is the 2 connecting points. We just want to have something supporting that connecting point. See, this is it.
Okay. Well, yeah. I considered that little thing over there because it has 2 different peaks, 2 different mountains. So I always.
You mean the little bitty peak over there?
You meant that one, and then this was number 3.
Oh, I considered that all of that to be a mountain with a gash in the middle.
Okay.
That's always been a gash in the middle.
This is mountain 2. See, that changes a lot of our discussions.
It does. Yes, it does. And
all right, I really
mountain,
need to go
if you call this
pick.
Yeah, same here. I guess we gotta get this. Yeah, my shovel's pretty good, so I'll just
yeah, same here. What the? How was it down there already?
It spreads easy.
No, but it was like it was under the blocks I broke. That's a little too fast, in my opinion.
Impressive. Who knows?
I don't like how the wall is visible from only one side.
That is kind of well. It's because of what it actually is.
But you can see the other one from both sides.
What
like
other
one in our knucks, you can see in both sides.
Really?
Yeah.
I know that. I don't remember being. I never really thought about it. Whether you could see it from both sides.
That's why it bugs me. I'm like, I don't see this when I've been working on all those command blocks. What the heck's going on?
Yeah, that's weird. It should be able to be visible from both sides. It's all right. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's functional. It does its job. What I love is what I find really weird is you can't break that block, this block here, from this side. That's so weird.
If you're standing on this one, like with the wall going through you, you can, and you can break on both sides because you're not. The wall's gone.
Once you're over here, if you have permissions for that side, you can break the blocks.
Oh, wait a second. Do they see the wall from this side?
I don't think so.
Hey, Fel, do you see the wall when you're in the wild side? Do you see the wall, or is it invisible to you?
That's a good question, actually. You don't see it either.
Okay. No, it's invisible to him too. Okay. That's just weird. Then wouldn't they want to know? Oh, look, I can't pick that block. Is it the server lagging, or is it because I'm at the wall?
All right. I'm gonna go and stop by my house.
Wait. You have a. Dang it.
Have a what?
I wanted one of those.
Oh, I only got 4 left. I can get. I can lend you 2. How about that?
No, just one will get me to your house, and that's good enough.
Okay.
I was so amazed at how far a full flight power one of these took me. I was
yeah.
oh yes, I really need these because I made 3 and I just went like 6,000 blocks. Well, not really, like 600 blocks.
Okay, now the real challenge is to make it inside the doorway without. Oh, that frickin' hurt!
Without that part?
Yeah, because if you hit the water, insta-stop. You gotta hit the water. It's really hard.
Dude, I did it!
Yeah, you can do it now do it reliably. That's the hard part. Doing it reliably.
I barely snuck in at an angle and ran into a corner inside, but hey, I get to put my little mark on the wall of check.
Okay, now, do I have any more gunpowder here? Probably. I probably put it in the under chest.
I know you have a little bit, because I was tempted to steal it last night when I was going out on a trip. And I'm like, nah, I'll just take a boat. It'll be fine to go boating. It's all good.
I know she was doing some stuff in here. Okay, she didn't put any chests in, though. I don't know. I don't see any.
So, the skeletons in your Nether Hub portal, are they spawning in here, or are they walking through the portal? But I also saw a pig in here one day. Yeah, there's a skeleton in here.
I don't know. Probably spawning in there. Okay, yeah, I definitely need more gunpowder. Alright. I'm on my way. Oh, wait, no, I gotta upgrade my pick first, that's right.
Don't you do that there?
Go that way. No, I need to upgrade it over in my other area. That's might be where I got the gunpowder too. The skeleton spawner. That's where I got that.
Ah, okay.
Which I do need to make it so that people can go in and out. I've kind of set it up so that patrons can go in,
but not out.
Not out.
So that's how you get your skeletons, right? Their bodies.
That's a risky click. What is this here, Sylvie? Did you just give me a link to It's a Small World? Jerk.
Here, no, it's not a small world. She just rickrolled you.
Not It's a Small World, huh?
Got you back, Sylvie. All this gaming I do with Pac is just to lull him into a false sense of security. I'm actually on chat side. So what happens to the chickens that go down to the Ender?
Nothing. That's why they're still there.
Yeah, but there aren't any down here. No, they're up on top.
I don't know. I don't think they ever would make it that far. Not yet, because we're not like loading them enough to do it. Death Strider might actually be worthy.
I actually saw I think it was an interview. They were talking to Rick Astley, and they brought up like Celine Dion's latest video or something like that, and he's like, "Oh, it's great, it's wonderful." It's like, "Oh, we're gonna watch a clip from it here," and they rickroll him, which in general he's really on board with. Like in all of his interviews, he likes it. It's funny. He finds it really amusing. He thinks it's cool. But when they did it to him, he got a little upset.
Oh, that's right. I actually want these. You know, I'm actually like taking the bows from this thing and using them to cook stuff.
Cook down the gold armor.
Yeah, that's how I made the thing in front of the door. I just cooked up all the gold armor, and I had enough nuggets to make a thing for the doorway.
Nice.
I mean, no one's going to use this thing anymore because we have an ender anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, for XP, the ender is very effective.
This is
if you still only fast bone meal arrows.
Yeah, it's good for bone. It's good for bones. It is good.
So I'm a crossbowman myself, so no infinity. I need my arrows.
Oh, I was just wondering where my pick was. I'm a dummy. Okay. I was gonna like finish repairing my pick before I put it all together, but why am I doing that? I'm about to go to the end. I can repair it much faster there. Mending, silk, touch on breaking 3. I wish I had an efficiency 4 book to put on it, but I whatever. Honestly, I'm tempted to like disenchanted to try again, but I just put mending on it, so I guess that's a bad time now. Netherite picks have a higher enchantability than diamond by a significant margin. So it's better to enchant them than to enchant the diamond, and then it's better that way. Just
well, doesn't upgrading them remove the enchantments?
No.
Oh, okay. You gotta remember, most of my new nether knowledge is from the UHCs we've been doing, and we don't get diamond tools to upgrade.
No, no, we do not.
Yeah, I honestly can't tell you which one of these. Like this sword.
I wonder if
offsets the time.
In a Nook, I wonder if somebody got a netherite hoe if someone would use that as a weapon. It is a trade you can get. I don't. How much damage does a netherite hoe do?
I don't know.
I'm asking chat because I know a lot of them have one. Sylvie's going to work. Bye, Sylvie.
Same as a wood sword. Eh.
Yeah, but you can do it fast.
Well, my thought is more of a lot of the tools that we come out of in the Nucks for the final combat are things that you get to swing 6 times and then they break. That hoe wouldn't break as fast as a wooden sword.
Right.
Or a gold sword. Or
you could
most
swing
of the
it
other stuff
very often and not break it because it's got durability. Something you can't say about anything else that we use in a Nook. And I can't believe it now has a name that is pronounceable. No.
Ah, blessed. Thank you for that. The Nook?
The Nook.
I don't remember who originally typed it in chat. That wasn't something I came up with. That was something I repeated.
It wasn't?
What's that?
Yeah, I thought it was you who said it first, actually.
You noted when I said it the first time, but I was copying somebody else. I don't remember who it was. Is it time for me to pass the sword, sir?
1 second. I just realized that I can actually get a good book. If I get an efficiency 4, I would love that. Like at a 3, whatever.
I'm going to pass you the sword. I am done with it.
Okay. I'm going to hit you with an egg.
That is the #1 way to make chicken. Oh, both?
They were
Are you kidding
chickens. Me? The odds! The odds!
No, honestly, this happens to me a lot more often than you would think. A lot of people, for some reason, love throwing eggs at me, and they almost always come out as chickens.
Okay, that was awesome. That was freaking awesome.
I'm just gonna go over here in that corner.
Oh, Felumber has now upgraded his Ender to have a Uber sword. Did you name it the OMG Craft YouTube.com sword? Because if it's not named that, I'll bet. I mean, you need to work on it still. It needs to be the OMG Craft.
Well, it's probably a nether whatever sword. So it's one step above that diamond piece of crap you got there.
No, Chad hasn't sponsored you yet. Honestly, it should be just like I'd like to see it be a wood sword. As long as it's got mending, it like only has to do half a heart of damage.
Yeah, with mending and sweeping 4 and... Can you imagine how hard it is to enchant wood to actually get that? That would be like a masterpiece sword to try to accomplish that.
That would be awesome! And no one would take it because it's a wood freaking sword!
Anna Rose, I heard you did all the voices for the milk drinkers and booger eaters. Is that true? Or is this a different Anna Rose? I gotta wait for chat to catch up. I don't even know if she's still listening, but I'm very curious.
You must be on the island right now. It slowed down a little. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I want to go check out his sword. Okay, I got a question mark, so I don't think that's the same as yours. Never mind. Oh, I'm all the way back. I shouldn't have slept here. Dang it. I'm all the way back in Greenland, and I just wanted to,
Kristen,
my name's Kristen. You'll see me in Generic B's streams quite often. Well, when I have time.
See you in my streams quite often. What are you talking about?
The booger eaters and milk drinkers are little creatures in his mod pack.
Oh.
And they have little voices that are all like, "Can I join the server?" I can't do them well, but it's like all the annoying questions he gets is, "Can I join the server? Why aren't you on Hermitcraft?" All this other crap. And I was told that a person named Anna Rose did it.
Okay.
But it's a different Anna Rose, that's all.
Gotcha.
Just, I'm like, hey, I know that name. I wonder if it's the same
Am I
person.
tripping,
So
or
I've been
did they
waiting
just say my name?
What's that?
She said, "Am I tripping, or did they just say my name?"
Yes, I do.
Well, I don't know about the first part, but your name was mentioned.
There's curiosity needed to be figured out. Oh my gosh, these boots are fast.
Oh, soul speed? I gotta get that. I haven't gotten around to getting that yet.
Philumbra dropped it on me. I added it to my boots last night and went zip. I thought I was just gonna like run off the edge.
That is correct, Anna Rose. Something about a voice actor.
Streamer, actually. Wife of Dash, I think? I don't know. The name was the same, I just figured I'd ask.
Doesn't soul speed eat the literal hell out of your bird's boot durability? I don't know.
I have absolutely no damage in the amount I use to go from Pax Portal to the end. I know it's not that far, but that gave me 0 in this. Same difference. Anna Rose just called you a voice actor, Pack.
Well, I did for Mardek. I didn't make any money off of it, really, but we did voice work.
Nice. Alright, I'm at the sword. Ooh. It's on the wall. Ender Killer, please return. Yeah, that's actually a responsible name.
That's Philumbra. Nothing more creative than that? Tall Man Tumbler? I mean, we could come up with a couple hundred names here.
Are you kidding me, Philumbra? This is just as good as my sword. This isn't awesome. I came all this way for my sword.
Ball collector. Yeah, there you go.
Actually, to be fair, because these things fall, you don't need sweeping edge. The half a heart that sweeping edge, or that a slash already does, still kills them. I will say I think I prefer the patron one just a little bit, because I get a swing kill to a kill ratio every single time. And that's, I find that very satisfying.
Okay, I have found a bad thing about having the birds in here.
Oh, what's up?
I've been shoved twice by this stupid chicken. That's freaking me out.
What? Umbra just swooped in here like he owns the place and killed all the Endermen.
Fell Umbra?
Yeah.
Doesn't he own the place?
Kind
You
of.
stupid shit! Okay, where are you? That's it. Wait, can I not kill him? I was about to say.
Uh-oh.
Okay, there we go. Fixed. Okay.
Is that an enchanted wooden sword in your hand? I can't tell. Like, the enchantment sheen is too much. Dude.
Who, me?
Tall man reducer. It has mending, sharpness 5, and unbreaking 3, and it is a wooden sword.
Beautiful. Oh, put the sword
And
back.
it still kills everybody in here in one swing. Yeah. Wait. Was that a platform down there? You opened that back up. I'm pretty sure I saw a platform down there. There's like sneaky cheaty going on down here. Is that where the real farm is?
Hold up, wait, stop, back up, halt, cease. No.
Doesn't that mean you're playing the game wrong if you've made everything worthless?
That's disgusting.
Hi, Stub. Ah.
Anna Rose says, whenever my uncle belches, he says, excuse me, I usually vomit. It's just...
So, I know you have mixed feelings on Anders, but, you know, he's one of the people I do watch. Not lately, though.
Who?
Every time... Anders.
Oh,
Every time
Anders,
he belches, he says his pardon my Danish. It took me, like, 2 or 3 months to realize that he's making a jab at the Danish guys in his chat. Because he's belching? I thought he was like eating a breakfast Danish or something like that and it just gave him gas or something. Like, it took me for the longest time to figure that out.
I actually want to get a hold... He is not easy to get a hold of right now, and I don't feel like poking other people in Mindcrack to like be like, could you let me get a hold of Anders? I need to... I want to get him and take him on in Receiver 2.
Oh. Is it a multiplayer game?
Receiver 2? No, I want us to like go compete against each other. Who could get the most tapes or beat the game in a certain amount of time?
If I catch one of his streams, I'll let him know. But he's shifted his streaming schedule to when I go to sleep to when I wake up. So I just have not seen him in quite some time unless he starts late or early.
My problem is that he's got his Discord set up like unless you already know him, you can't like talk to him, and I probably have the same thing. So I gotta like we gotta somehow communicate with each other. But if we could, I gotta. I mean, next time I see him in an event, maybe. But I've seen him in a while. Did I hear the news? There's a lot of frickin' news out there, Matt. Man, could you be a little more? I live in the U.S. We are news central for the world right now politically. There's a lot of frickin' news. Be more specific. Are you kidding? I wake up and cry at the news like every morning now. Oh, about Doc, I did hear that. Yes, Doc's gonna be a daddy Doc. Yes, we are COVID central too. Well, that could arguably be a few other places, but we are definitely high on that list. We are the focus of it. Yeah, it's not pretty. Yeah, let's not get into that discussion. That's depressing. That's just depressing.
Yep. I only read COVID news once a week because I literally just can't take it.
It's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy duck do.
That's good, kitten. Zero. Dang it. I don't call you kitten. I still call you Zero.
Thank you. I can't do it. I can't call him that. He's Zero. He's frickin' Zero.
Like, I go by... So, most people know my name is James. And I go by that on a daily basis. The only people who don't call me that are my family, who have been calling me, like, Jim or Jimmy, depending on who it is, since I was little. So I allow that. But you gotta understand that that's how it goes. If we've known you for a long period of time and that's what your name was, it doesn't matter what you change it to.
Damn straight.
I'm gonna call you your original name.
Well, to me, it's also the stark difference between the two names is significant in that decision.
You have a command named after you in chat. How can you give up the name Zero?
Right. Well, technically, he has two, and one's over the other name, so...
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, the other one is about him?
I think it's Pet the Kitten or something like that.
Yeah. I was never quite sure. There's a lot of cat personas in chat at times. I was never quite sure that was about him or if it predated him.
He's probably the one who made it. It's technically a mod.
Wait. You gave him...
He's technically a mod, and I...
Are you insane? Dude!
I am insane, so, you know...
There's an Endermite over here.
Endermite? Did you just Enderport?
No, somebody else must have, but it's just sitting here.
Huh.
Doing its thing. Now I killed it, but hey! We can make a better Ender.
Not here, we can't.
Why not?
Well, it
Stick it
requires
up there,
being in the end.
Enderman, they'll come running across at him, man.
Being in the end is kind of required to make a better Ender.
Nah. You just need to think outside the end.
Although, we will be able to make one of the best mob traps on the server. Mob farms, I mean.
I think I'll have one of the better ones where I'm planning on building.
Yeah, but A, we're gonna have people in the area all the time, and two, we're standing in a giant area that doesn't spawn anything except for a small little cove over to the north or to the east.
So you know what? I think I want to move where I'm going to build my base to the ocean to the south, just offshore here. Do you think Goodland can deal with the giant top of a tree being over in the ocean? I never thought about that, keeping it loaded.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Well, I already got that guy over there, so...
You actually have 3 people settled right around the edge of Goodland, you know.
As long as they're not in Goodland, whatever.
I think some of their tunnels run under Goodland.
That's fine.
Okay.
I have tunnels running under Goodland.
I was digging, like my first night when I just went exploring after we were done building here for a bit. I went exploring and just dove into the ocean and swam off.
Plus,
eventually, I needed lapis, so I went digging for it and ran into a mine
shaft,
an abandoned mine shaft that led into somebody's base after a while. So I was like, so there is somebody down under there. I can't tell which one of the two it is, but there is a base down there. And how dare they take my original location for the base?
I do, I mean, honestly, at some point I need to go underneath this thing and see if there is any spawners at all. We need to find, if there are spawners underneath us, we need to find those spawners, because that'll be very useful. Yes, that's games. Games attached to spawners.
Yep.
I've done some caving underneath here. I haven't found anything yet.
Well, I originally thought I had gone into your caves, but to verify it, I actually ran down into your cave system, and you stopped right at where the wall ends. And these were definitely on the other side of the wall, so no, they're very close to where your caves end over by this wall.
Yeah, I can understand if they've actually like gone under here and done caving. It's freaking easy to cave here. Having no mobs it's kind of beneficial.
It's nice.
I'm not laying claim to the materials under here, really. I mean, it's public. Good land is basically public domain to me. It's just I'm kind of half in charge of that publicness.
The public state of the land.
A lot of the times, the materials that I get from here, I just leave here. I'll if I mine diamonds, I would leave the diamonds here. If I mine the iron, I would leave the iron here. Because it's basically public property, to me,
Alright.
at least.
Yeah. Whoa!
Oh,
That's gotta
they're back.
be your coal. Ah, fricker!
Did you sleep? Did you forget to sleep again?
I appeared on my bed. I mean,
Is Phil Lumber here?
do we have blocks on the ground?
I don't have like black particles.
No, we got another doctor song going on.
You're over here. I'm over here. Where's over? Oh, you're on the other side digging. Okay. Maybe he's got birds. We gotta get some cats here. Honestly, I never thought I'd say that. We need to get some cats here.
Not a cat person.
I don't like the cats and the dogs in this game. I have ranted about that because they piss me off. But,
Wait, the cats or the cheetahs?
the cats. I don't like. I just the there's no cheetahs.
The cheetahs are the ones you get out of the jungle. The cats are the ones you get.
They're
in the
not
village.
cheetahs. They're ocelots.
Ocelots.
They no longer.
Right there?
That's no longer how you get them. By the way,
You can't tame the ocelots anymore?
I don't even know if you can tame the ocelots, honestly. But I think if you tame an ocelot, you get an ocelot.
Yeah. That's why I wasn't sure if you were talking about the ocelots or the cats in the village.
I don't know. I do know the cats in the village can be used to keep these guys at bay. I don't know about the ocelots can.
Okay.
And evidently they were trying really hard to get a hold of Good to go as a certain way. Whatever.
To what?
They keep saying good this way, good this way, good this way.
Good is very good at Beat Saber. Good is much better than me at Beat Saber. I don't know if he's very good. I guess
that's a better way of putting it, right? He's better than me at Beat Saber. That's for damn sure.
He was doing last night and went, "Holy crap!"
Yep, yep. When he was doing the one from Fullmetal Alchemist, the Japanese one.
Do you assume I watch anime?
I remembered
yesterday's conversation.
It took my brain a second. Okay, I eventually got my brain came back around, and I remembered you were not an anime person. The Ready Steady Go song.
I think so.
Yeah,
maybe.
that was.
I don't know.
That was
just all the songs he played last night. He played one that he had to tone down once because the difference between hard and expert was like huge, but. I was impressed.
Yeah, he's been pretty good at that game. Okay,
Makes me think
now
I need to do more.
let's help him do some flattening now. Honestly.
So swap over to his side.
Yeah. There's a lot of side left to go. Then we can like take a look at this hill and see what we want to do with it.
Do we want to focus on the hill that we need to dewater, or do we want to do the flatlands here?
Let's focus on the hill.
Alrighty. Just take it over straight flat?
Honestly, anybody can come in. Any patron can come here and flatten that. Any patron.
Mm-hmm.
For the shape of the hill, we kind of need to figure out the shape of the hill.
Oh, that's you. I'm like, Phil Lumber, get out of my way. I'm digging this hole here.
Minor hint.
Freaking you.
On that one.
Well, we have to have some of our slaves out there getting us more materials back. We can't have everybody help us dig.
We're all listening
Little rubber bandy there.
They're all listening to Good right now anyways. Doesn't matter. You brought a kid. That was quick. How did you just bring a cat?
It's... Don't ask. Just accept, and let's move on.
Okay. So now we need the cat and the beacon need to go together.
So every time we move the one, we gotta have the other?
We need to have the cat and the beacon. And it's now its own thing. The cat and the beacon. And thank you, Steve. Thank you for heeding the call. Call to patrons.
You know, we've gone through the nether 2 or 3 times now, and I still haven't dried out my sponges.
I thought you did in my hallway.
I've dried them out before, but I have mostly wet ones now, and I forgot to dry them out again.
Okay. Okay, so this section is kind of just awkward. Let's just cut... We can just cut this part off.
I am not looking at what you're looking at.
Well, there's a giant hole in the center right here. I'm cutting off the hole.
Pretty sure Phil keeps shooting me out of anger. I might keep on spleefing him. That might be why, but the shots are coming pretty close to me. Yep, I have fire arrows bouncing off of me.
I thought they were talking about something to do with Hearthstone for a second. It's like, why that was a random part of the chat that I just walked into. I'm used to that in my own chat. I mean, right? How many times I come into random conversations over mine?
Watch me mine these blocks, get lit on fire by one of his arrows, and finally get my first death on the server. Not exactly trying to keep my death count at 0, but I would be fairly impressed with myself if I was able to do it.
Okay, so let's see now. We got the shear area over here. This should not remain shear though.
Do we want a little bit of an upper area left on this thing? Like where the lake is? Oh. Where are you?
Coming up. Just slowly hopping.
Hello. Down to your
hop,
left.
Hop. Hop.
Yeah, see, because we get 2 height, and it feels like we should be able to cover 2 blocks. But we can't move forward far enough to...
I know!
Ah.
It's frustrating, and every time I look over there, that horse does not look right.
Did you ever play with the mod that stuck googly eyes on their butts because that's where horses' hats are?
No.
It just looks freaking hilarious, dude, because you walk up on a skeleton horse and it has two googly eyes staring at you.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
Everything that's green right now, I think, should stay.
Okay, so I'm wondering down there. Do we want to leave that raised up, elevated piece of land there and kind of flatten that out for something, or do we want to dig it down to the ground?
I think dig it down to the ground.
Including this alcove?
This alcove, I'd say maybe this alcove can stay the alcove and then go down from there. So like this alcove stays ish. Yeah, I think that'd be fine. And after that, down to the ground. This lake's got to go.
This is all dirt. Even though we tapered this part of the mountain, since it's not stone, I'm just gonna get rid of it. It can self-taper. Make sure I'm not getting... Let's cut it right here.
Damn it, it's already 12:30.
Time flies when you're flattening the ground.
Yeah. Alright, let me get a little... I'm gonna do a little bit here.
There we go. Somebody's base in the cliff here?
Oh, looks like, yeah, someone set up a base there early on. So that could be destroyed, honestly.
Okay.
I remember this. I remember seeing that.
This is the right height. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Time to wind down, sound.
Yeah. I think that's good, just like that. I'll put one more block right here. There. Yeah, that's a lot better. This is when I wish we had TNT. It makes it so much.
Yesterday?
What?
I think they were talking about. The Good was talking about it yesterday. About
Yeah. We were talking about
enabling it.
Yeah, enable it on the Mindcrack side.
Yeah.
Because if we set it up, if we put down TNT on this side, and it's our fault if a patron lights it, type of deal. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned. It would just make it so much easier to taper this to be more haphazard looking than trying to do it by hand.
Yeah, no, TNT is definitely a good random shaper.
But yeah, I'm thinking that maybe do like 5 blocks at 60 degrees and then do the rest of it like 75 or 80.
Do we want an underside of this at all? Do we want to like cave in on this flat side so it's an overhang for something?
No. I don't think we're going to need that. I do want to round it a little bit more though. And not be quite this flat. Like, go inward a couple of blocks here, maybe. Like, right where I'm putting diorite, we should probably... Oh, there's diorite right there. That's probably a bad plan. Okay, right where I'm putting polished diorite, we should probably go in a couple blocks and start tapering, making it slightly rounded there. And, you know, making it look less perfectly flat.
Like, so round the corner to the 45-degree face.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
my brain, for some reason, was thinking rounding to the ground in front of you. I'm like, wait, that's not what he's talking.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so shave it this way.
Yeah. I gotta wrap it up though. It's
that's fine. That's fine. Quick question: if I am going to settle in that ocean, what do I have to do to settle there to let people know?
Just settle there, and I
mean, put down a marker or something.
Yeah, just put down a sign. Should be fine.
I need to verify I have a nice green color there before I'll settle there. If it ain't green, I'm not going to be. I'll probably go over to that lush one in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, there's the same place assigned. Torches are good. Something. Yeah, in the ocean, it's kind of hard to place a torch.
Yeah, exactly. I might do a little filling in this valley area around the river. I might fill that in. I like filling as much as I like digging. Digging's a lot faster and fun, but filling.
I was thinking about doing filling today just because I wanted to see how the river ended up like looking in shape. But honestly, I really wanted that mountain to start to go. I want the flat to be flat.
Yeah, you want to get the shape in. It's good to get the baseline shape in there first.
We still have one more mountain to go, technically.
The one by your house?
Yes, both sides of it.
You want the whole thing gone? You want it shaped? You
want that's going to be
for the dude face?
I want there's a good sized section on the northeast side. No, the southeast side. I'd like that shaved down, and there's like a nose section, and there's like a nose section on the west side that I want to remove. And once the nose section is removed, that's where I want the good face to be, coming out of the side of this mountain.
Like, so you look outside the window from your base at Good's face. That's the view you want from your base.
When you put it that way,
I mean,
I guess
that's what you just said. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're doing.
Good face.
That's what we're doing. Yeah, I guess you're right.
You officially need to put a porch on that thing where we can sit in lawn chairs and watch people launch themselves into Good's mouth from the porch on the window.
We do kind of have a nice little like platform to stand on and look out too, so that's perfect.
True.
We have two of them. We have a glass one inside and a part on the top. So yeah. So this is the nose. I want this one. We're gonna like level
down,
remove it and level it up to this one, to like this side over here, and just completely remove it. Yeah.
If you can just draw the line edges right now, I'll start working on that when I get some time.
Right here. This and. Like that. All that.
Oh, so taper this down here at a 45?
Yeah, just now 45. You can honestly you can use this side as a guideline.
Yeah. Like, so continue the cliff from right here straight over.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, this is where there's actually going to be mobs at night, because it's not technically part of the mushroom biome the whole way. So there's actually a threat here, a very, very minor one. I haven't had a bow on.
The price to get into Goodland might be very high.
I don't even have a bow on my person. I haven't needed one forever. I have an axe because I use it for chopping wood. I don't even need a weapon when I'm in there. I love it. The only thing that I have to worry about, frickin' birds. I hate those birds.
I keep my stuff on me because I don't have a place to put stuff.
Ender chests. And ender chests and you're nomadic right now. Ender chests and
I was really close to bringing back some llamas. I can hook him up with some chests and just have my little llama chain sitting like out by your garden. What the hell is this? Oh, Kristen's squatting in the front yard.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
Have a good night.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Tomorrow you can expect the bed is singing the song of its people. Yeah, okay. See you tomorrow for some Spelunky and some other goodness, I'm sure. But that's tomorrow. Well, that's later today, actually, technically. Well, I'll see you then. Oh, let's see. We're gonna send you guys off to probably Good. Is he still doing that 24-hour thing, or is he just kind of screwing around? Looks like he's just screwing around. How late is he going until? I'm just freaking ask him. Shut up. If he's gonna go, he has half an hour left in the split 24-hour stream. So he did split it. Smart man. I'm glad he split it. All right, yeah, we'll go ahead and send you guys off to him because it's a half an hour or something. And there's no one else on right now except for like Breon and Pause. So have fun with him. I will see you guys tomorrow. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys have a good one.